Yo,
What's up?
what's
What's
good?
up? What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another week of High Ground. This is not High Ground Friday. We had to postpone,
My bad,
but
my bad.
no, but we are back. We are glad to be back. Man, it feels like a minute since I seen you, bro. How you
I
doing?
I know this is we talked Wednesday, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Man, it's like we got to chat more.
for sure.
Yeah, Friday I couldn't make it, but we'll see how Saturday goes,
Yeah,
and it's a little earlier too. So
it could put it this way. It could have been either one of us this week. We are expecting it can be any day now.
both of
So
us are expecting.
yeah, yeah. So
How's
it
she
could
doing? How's she doing? She doing okay?
She's ready.
Hanging in
She's really ready. She's very
there? That's how my
frustrated.
wife is.
Yeah, she's very antsy at the least. So
It's
hopefully any
funny.
day.
It's funny because like if that was me, I was like, I am not going through this.
Yeah.
I'd be putting it off as long as I could,
Oh, listen, man. What?
but women they just like to get it done. They're like, no, let's do this. We're done.
Listen.
But so did you get any pickups since last
Th-
week?
this is the week, bro.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Yeah.
excited to see what happens here.
Dale, what's up? What's up?
Yo, what's up, my biggest troll?
You want to go first?
hmm
All right.
So I'm glad we pushed this off because this just came in today.
Yeah.
I won this on auction,
Okay.
and all right, first I'll say I did not think this card was going to cause me so much trouble.
Interesting.
This is a personal card it's a skin I used to wear all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I used to wear Aura a lot, but I used to wear this skin all the time,
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
And
Oh, hold on. Let's see that. Suki. My
Suki
goodness.
10 pop 2 so far. And so this was pretty low,
Yeah.
and then it just like shot up, and I had like some competition in the last few seconds.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, this card has some fans, y'all.
Yeah, Suki is a very interesting one because it was funny when we were talking Wednesday, and you like put it up there. You was like, I don't know about this, and then you put it up to the screen, and you like, wait a second, this card actually looks really good because you had some
hmm
doubts about the aesthetic of it for a while, right?
Well, I like her pose. It was the color of the orange just doesn't
Mm-hmm.
pop that much, but I still like. I mean, it's one of my favorite skins. I used to wear it all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
I didn't think the fan base was as big as it is.
right.
I knew it was kind of sweaty, but I knew I
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed it. But
Mm-hmm.
the card community seems to be picking. I've seen several people who have been doing what I've been doing,
Yeah,
being like 6 to 9 of
a,
each shard.
a lot of people have been doing that.
And with
Yeah,
Suki, they've been creating an army of Suki. So when I saw the 10 on there, I was like, I only have one raw, so I was like,
hmm
let me grab this.
yeah.
So I'm happy with that
Now,
purchase.
now, do you feel you had one raw because you weren't as aggressive with, let's say, elite agent,
Yeah, well,
focus
I
ABC?
thought that Focus, Elite Agents, and them I thought those were like pressing. I think they
Yeah.
have a bigger in-game fan base. I
Hmm.
thought they had a bigger fan base than Suki.
Right.
But and I thought Suki prices would come down. They haven't really.
Hmm.
Um, I guess Suki's fan base is bigger than I
And
expected.
she's a very unique skin in
Yeah,
general.
I thought I would have more time
Yeah.
to get her, and I probably still do. So I'm
Yeah.
still waiting for prices to come down a little bit on her,
Oh yeah.
but maybe they won't. I don't know. Get you a Suki, guys.
There you go.
Just not all of them. Leave some for me.
All right. So I mean, I have a couple pickups here. I don't know. This is a Saturday, so we don't know how many people will be in here, but we enjoy and appreciate everybody that is. But so I'll start off with this one. This one I will say that this is not in my top, let's say this is not in my top 20, but it was a great trade. So I traded into
Oh, you were
Master
talking
Key.
about him. Okay.
Yeah. I traded into Master Key PSA 9. Now, like I said, it's not in my top 20, but this is season 8, same season as Lux,
hmm
Pilly, Aura. So season 8 is one of my favorite seasons of all time. So with my new chase of trying to get 30 to 40 series 1 crystal shards, I think this is a good one
Wait,
for
your new
sure.
chases to get what?
30 to 40 series 1 crystal
I
shards.
didn't. That's your goal.
Yeah. Yeah, I bumped it up a little bit. I bumped it up to 40.
What are you at?
8. 8. So
You might have more season 1 shards than me.
yeah, so that's been my focus. And then this card was uh Definitely not needed. I have it raw, but I also have uh some other options out there to get
Mhm.
to upgrade this. But this one is nothing crazy. This was actually a gift from the next card that I got, which was crazy. Wasn't expecting that. But Deadfire is my favorite aesthetic card in series one. I think the green
You
and purple on this is just
you talk
ridiculous.
about Deadfire so
Yeah,
much,
yeah,
so that
like
just makes sense.
yeah, like I said, like I will never wear him in game. I do like his pickaxe, but it's too big. I would never wear him in game, so I'm
Mhm.
glad that I get to collect him, you
Yeah.
know. And then last but not least, your boy is back.
You're cheesing
Uh,
so hard over there.
PSA 9.
We should make you,
You're right
bring
here.
it
There
in.
you go. Yeah, show that one. Oh my goodness. I haven't had I got it came in today. I haven't had too much time to digest, actually having this back in my collection. If y'all don't know, USPS did the honors of losing my package when it was going on USPS. I say USPS, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
did the
so.
honors of losing my package on the way to PSA. So I lost my Lux and my Black Knight Hollow, but I got her back, and
So
I'm
you were
good,
able to
man.
get your chase card twice.
Yes,
Did
get
you
my check.
enjoy the second chase?
No, not at all. Not at all. It was demoralizing to say the least. Like,
Mhm,
to be honest, the first time I got Lux, I never expected to get her. It was at that time of the
mhm.
market where it was just one of those things. Like, the first Lux was a Macari pickup. Uh, it was all pure luck. This time it took a lot. And I don't, Dylan, do you remember when I did the live on Instagram when I got the original Lux and I said, now I don't know what to do?
Yeah,
That
I
was the
remember
worst
that.
thing to ever say because then it got lost. So the chase started all over again. But
It's like, "We'll give you
yeah.
something to do."
Yeah, there you go. We'll start this over real quick. But I'm very excited. Yeah, man. That is my I feel like I can collect and build my collection the way I want to now that I
Mhm,
have that. A lot of things was just I was kind of pigeonholed on how I wanted to collect and what I wanted to do in series 2, series 3, and even series 1 because I didn't have that in my collection. So shout out to Matt, aka Shard Knock Life. He looked out. I'll tell the whole story eventually, but Shard is the GOAT in my eyes for a lot of different reasons. But yeah, man.
I was
So
just having a conversation about him.
yeah.
We were talking about, because you know what I wanna do? I wanna send in my Renegade Raiders.
Yeah.
So I've
Yeah.
selected the 5 that I wanna send in,
Yeah.
and so I was talking with Shardnock, and he was giving me some good tips on what to do. So I don't think I'm gonna send in all 20. I think I'm gonna go lower. I'm gonna send in 5.
5.
I
Okay.
would say he was recommending me to send it to PSA just because PSA has better resale value.
Yeah.
But even though he's saying that, I think I'm gonna stick to my guns and send to SGC.
Well, what I'll say, I'll add on to that. Send to SGC, and then once you see how you feel after, if you do happen to get a pristine, then send the rest
Well,
to PSA eventually.
here's my thing is for I'm not too worried about the resale value. I really
Yeah.
wanted 10 or a pristine.
Yeah.
When I got my reloaded cards back from PSA,
Hmm.
I wasn't a fan how they looked besides the loading screens. Loading screens
Yeah.
look great, but I don't know, it's just the reloaded looks so good in SGC for me that I think that's why I want to send it. It's more of a personal reason, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I was looking at the times. I went to the PSA website. What's it gonna be like? It's gonna be like 3 or 4 months again.
For what value?
A $50 card.
No, $50 in 90 days. And it's usually more like
90
55 days.
days. 90 days is like 3 months though.
No, I mean, yeah, it's 3 months, but
Yeah.
it's like 55. Like mine's Shard just got his back in just a little bit over 2 months.
And for SGC for $150, I can send them all and get them all back
Hmm.
within like 20 days.
For
For
sure.
$200, I can get them back in 10 days.
For sure.
So I think I'm gonna go with SGC again and go for
Yeah.
that pristine.
I don't see no problem with that. I do. So with PSA, I am gonna start doing I'm not gonna complete the series one set, obviously, but I am
You
gonna
said
do
obviously.
like that's never gonna happen. Um, but I am heavily focused on series one, uh, shards for sure. And I just I can't focus on anything else at this moment. Like it's too good of a time. A lot of cards are going under the radar. So
Hmm.
yeah, so yeah, that's heavily my focus. But Yeah, man. I genuinely do just like
See,
PSA. I really do, but I would love
I don't
SGC
know.
too.
I'm conflicted because there's so much under the radar, and yes, Series One is under the radar, but so is a lot of other stuff.
For sure. It's just for me, it's like even like the way I see it is right. If I focus on series one and at any given time that I want something from series two or series three, I really want it, I can use the leverage of series one of what I have that's not,
Hmm.
maybe my top 10 to get into those. I feel like the more series one I have, the more comfortable I am either building my collection to get what I need or even just having the collection I envisioned having, but it just was everything was out of reach.
See, I was looking at my Series Three shards, right? Because I have a binder of my favorite ones.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get 9 of each for each page.
right.
Um, and I started looking, and I think people are not taking full advantage of what's out there because
Mhm.
cards are starting to dry up.
Mhm.
I don't
In
know
what
if you,
con in what context though? Are you talking about series 3?
yeah, Series Three cards.
Mm.
That there's only 2 or 3 Midas's raw on
Mhm.
eBay
Mhm.
between eBay and Mercari.
Yeah.
Only like 3 raw,
Mhm.
and and like they won't dip lower than like 500
Do
at a
you
time.
think do you think it's because of who Midas is in the set and how different it is because you
I'll go a
can
step further. For me, I was trying to get Suki and Maven, and there's only like 3 or 4 of each of those.
Mhm.
I mean, there was a time when there was like 9 of Sparkplug,
Yeah.
but those numbers are getting smaller and smaller.
Mhm.
Um, so I don't know. For me, it's just like, do I want to chase Series One cards? I know some of them are great deals, but like $500 for card that could be their like price for a long time. But these Series
Mhm.
Threes cards may not last under 50.
Well, this is a great conversation in general, just with the polar with these two perspectives, right? Because
Hmm.
my next question for you is what do you with what you have a great collection already, especially with series one. You've done pretty well. I know the cards that you don't have that you want,
Yeah.
in series one and even like let's say series two. But what don't you is it that you don't have really any chase or anything you truly want in series one? Do you feel
So
like what
that
is
might be it. Okay. So for me, most of my Series One collection, cracked ice wise,
Mhm.
is Italy.
Right.
I have a lot of Italy Series One. Um, so I'm trying to think. Most of the skins I play with
Mhm.
are probably Series Two and Series Three.
That's interesting. Good. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And those don't pop up. Like there's a lot of Series Two cards that don't pop up. I'll tell you guys one.
Mhm.
Hush.
Mhm.
Hush from Series Two never pops up.
Mhm.
I don't have a 10. I have a 9. I have a
Mhm.
9 SGC as well. So that's what I'm looking out for. But like Series One, I
You ain't gotta
have
look too much longer, bro.
yeah. Well, I have a lot of Italy Series One cards, and you know which ones I don't like. Gold Troop I
Yeah.
want,
Yeah.
but that's a little out of my price range still.
Mhm.
Um, besides that, I mean, a Black Knight would be nice if I pulled it, but I'm not going after a Black Knight.
Yeah.
I don't. I have yeah, I have the ones I want. I have Dark Bomber.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm happy with my Italy ones. I was just talking about this in the Facebook group between the whole debate with USA, Italy, and Brazil,
Mhm.
and I stopped caring about pop reports.
Mhm.
I'm considering them first, second, and third edition, right?
Okay.
And so
Mhm.
for Series One, I have a lot
Mhm.
of second edition cracked ice cards,
Mhm.
and I have a few first edition,
I like where you're going with this.
and I'm happy with that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'm happy with having the second edition and not having like the very first edition super premium. You
Mhm.
know, I'm okay with that for those cards.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried about that. Right now, I want to get the first edition of the skins I wear and play with a lot. And that's
Mhm.
Series 3 and like 2 from Series 2.
That's that's so interesting to me because the reason why it's interesting is because I agree with you. It's literally that I legit feel the polar opposite. That's why it's interesting. I
Hmm.
because I was like, okay, like so for me, when I look at series one, there's so much that I wanted that like I'm like, okay, what could I obtain? You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
then now that the market came down to this point, it's like, okay. when I really break it down, there's like if I really was nitpicky, there is 12 that I definitely need in my collection. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I didn't go past that, it's 12 that I definitely need in my collection, right?
12? Like, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to think.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have 12 that I definitely need. I have 12
That's
that I want, but I don't know if I
yeah.
have 12 that I definitely need.
Like, okay, matter of fact, I'll run through it. I'll do it. I'll run through it, right? So first of all, Brad and Malhai, what's up? What's up? What did they say?
All right. Um, Mile High Freedom. So you said Series 1 US over everything because of Pop Report. What do you mean by because of Pop Report? Because there's less? Because there's more?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Because um, Italy Pop Report is super interesting.
Uh-huh.
I might disagree on that.
So while he's responding to that, like just off the top, right? And this is actually more than this, but if it was just it's Lux, Omega Drift, Visitor, Deadfire, Royal Knight, Bunny Brawler, Dark Bomber, Skull Ranger, Skull Trooper, Gold Trooper, Red Knight, and Reflex. Those are like just based off of my experience in
Hmm.
game, and then based off of my experience, and then based off of aesthetic. Those
Yeah.
are those
Well,
are the cards.
aesthetic wise, the whole Series 1 is pretty dope.
100%.
For the correct dice. So I can't
Yeah.
argue there. I mean, for me, Skull Ranger, Dark Bomber. I don't have a Bright Bomber US yet, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I like Dark Bomber more.
Yeah. Right. That's where I'm. That's why I have that. I feel the same exact way
Yeah,
as
I
you.
like Skull
Yeah.
Ranger a lot. But I have her and I have Dark Bomber. Um, Ghoul Trooper is really one that I just really want.
Yeah.
And like I had the Italy version of those, so I'm not too bad about those.
Now, I'll be honest though. I really like this conversation by the way, but I'll be honest. Ghoul Trooper for me is what Aura is, and I'm not talking about we've always compared them. But what I mean by that is, I technically don't play with Aura, but I will be a fool to have the game knowledge I have and not have Aura, if that
Hmm.
makes sense, right? That's the
It's
same
like
thing.
so clear cut. It's with
Yeah,
Ghoul Trooper
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Ghoul
and that's
Trooper is actually way more used and has like that similar nostalgia as Skull Trooper.
right,
So they
right.
have a very similar nostalgia and like they're really
Uh-huh.
similar when they came into the game.
Yeah.
Um, so that's why I really want Gold Trooper, and I still don't have her US version yet.
Now,
Um,
and then on top of aesthetic, which this is aesthetic as well, I genuinely like looking at the series one shards. Now, on top of that, the second card that I like that I enjoy looking at series three shards more than series two because it has a slight more overlay. So, and I was thinking about that today. Matter of fact, I was looking at all three of them, and I'm like, the fact that Series 3 has that slight more overlay. I do enjoy that as in for my own personal eye. So that's what's been very interesting to me. Like I've been trying to understand because with us having three series now and them having their differences, I think that really came into play for me.
Brado here said that Italy Series 3 is as good as Series 3 for US. I mean,
Hmm.
I don't even know. I haven't even looked at the shards are the same as Series 2, correct? The same
Hmm.
print type. Is that
Hmm.
right? Where you can kind of see more of an outline of the shards almost.
Yeah, yeah.
It's almost like a black border on the shards. Do you
Hmm.
ever see that?
Yeah,
Or like it's like a black dusting. You know what
yeah.
I'm talking about? Like,
Hmm. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's
um,
like a deeper shadow.
yeah, but like even if you like look, it's hard to tell, but Italy has that. I just I just stopped trying to compare the pop reports. I'm just trying to think of it as like first edition, second edition.
Hmm.
It's just so much more clear. It's just easier that way. Let's say US seem to be a lot more rare than Italy. Italy just isn't subbed or it's rejected more often.
Does that play to the can I mean, I'm US first all day. Like I will never I'm 100% when it comes to series 1 and series 2, I'm US all day. Uh but for Italy that might play into their future relevance. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That it being rejected, some of them being miscut, it being a higher grade in
Now,
general.
USA
Yeah.
may be more rare. That's fine. They're both super rare in the long scheme of things for card wise.
Mhm.
They just are.
So, like for instance, my first set, uh, achievement will be the full Lux Master set, right? I have the Italy, I have to get the Brazil, and on to what Maha is saying. I am like every time I look at a Brazil, I'm like, like so. I'm at the point where when it comes to Brazil, I'm good with settling for my set having a PSA 8 because and then hoping for a PSA 9. But yeah, I think that's going to play
You know
into it
what?
for Italy and Brazil.
Until you said that, I didn't get what you meant by like the shadows.
Yeah,
Italy don't use shadows in their shards.
right.
I mean, they overlay them sometimes, but there's no shadow behind it.
Mm-hmm.
US has the shadow, it has the 3D effect,
Yeah,
and that's what sets this. I'm not talking about Series One because Series One is
yeah.
just completely
Series
different.
two. Yeah.
Series Two, that's they got the shards a little bit closer, but
Mm-hmm.
there's no shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why I like Series One Italy shards more than the rest.
Yeah.
Now, is that the same with Series Three?
I'm not. I think. See, Series threes is a little.
I need to look. I don't
I
even know. I don't
I seen a
even know.
Midas recently. I like the Series three. Italy shards. With the skin being slightly smaller. Well, not slightly. A lot smaller. It does have a little bit different of a look for me. But overall, I still like it. Yeah, I really like that when Dylan says that first edition. That is a great I think that's a great way to look at it, honestly. You know, that first, second, and third edition. I do
Yeah,
like
and
that.
like second edition cards can still be worth a lot of money,
Mhm.
but like the first edition is going to be the grail.
Right.
And like, I mean, I when they first came out, I was like, "There's no way they print in Italy more. Italy's going to be rare. That's going to be what people should get."
Yeah.
I was betting heavy on that, and I mean, I was wrong because they started
Yeah.
like cranking out all to the US and stuff. But pops aside, it's like they are a series. It's the second edition. It comes out later, and they
Yeah.
proved that it came out later in Series One, came out later
Mhm.
in Series Two, and came out later in Series Three.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
and for some of them, you can't really tell the difference. For hollows, it's even hard to tell the difference,
It is. It
and
is.
it's in English. So, like, I don't
Yeah.
really want to consider them foreign. You
Right.
know, it's not. It's still in English. It's not like Pokemon with the foreign cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's different. So
Right.
I just said it's going to be second and third edition.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I think that makes the
Mhm.
most sense.
For sure.
This you have 200 hollows, three with Italy corners with this series. So series three, you have 200 hollows.
Mm.
All right, series two, there was 80% with it. I feel like quality control has been improved overall.
For sure.
I mean, that's for US too.
Mhm.
For corners, it's been great, but like the fronts of all the cards have like
Yeah.
lines and stuff like that, which I'm okay with. That doesn't bother me as much as the corners,
Yeah. Yeah.
honestly. Um,
Black Ash, what's up, bro? That that but Dylan, I think that's interesting where we're both at when it comes to collecting and how we're viewing like the future of our collection. But yeah, man, I think that's interesting. It's just especially because me knowing what you play with, you're definitely right. Like series 2 and series 3 holds that weight for
mhm,
what you actually run with and like what your rotation is. Like, like when it comes to, you know, aura, you knew the skins that were popular in series 2, but it was a very few that you actually rocked compared to series 3 where
yeah, series three,
it's
it
a
like
lot.
opened the floodgates. There's
Yeah.
like you said, there's like 12 skins I probably rock
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
consistently in series three.
yeah.
Series two is like two or three.
Now, I really like because there's cards in series 3 that like for instance, for me, Still Sight and Bandolier, whatever you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Those are season 4 skins. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, so they could have been in series 1 or even series 2. I'm glad that they're not because seeing how series 1 shards are treated, I would have had a major chase to do. So I'm glad
Yeah.
that that kind of has some breathing room. But I just like you, there's a lot of skins that I've had at least ran with for a small amount of time or run with consistently to this day in series 3. And my mind has finally properly separated the aesthetic of series 1 and 2 compared to series 3 where I can appreciate them for what they are. Like it took me a minute to get used to it. Like I couldn't because like I see like a skin like we talked about it before, Focus, right?
Hmm.
Focus in a series one shard or a series two shard would have been amazing, but I appreciate how she looks on series three.
Yeah, it would have been
You know what I
amazing,
mean?
but now I gotta pull her out because
Yeah, that card is amazing in series three. Like that's one of my favorite cards, like as in pose and just overall aesthetic.
yeah, because the series three posing can really work for the card.
Yes,
It's like
100%. Yeah, that's
that
one of the best
pose,
to me.
that
Hmm.
pose is just like perfect. And when they get that, like someone like here's Hush, right?
Yeah,
Her body's doing nothing.
yeah,
Now
exactly.
Black Knight, it works because his arms crossed.
Yeah,
It works perfectly for Aura because
show the Hush in series three
oh, okay.
because like Dylan said, Hush in series two is really not doing a lot, but then you see,
Then you see her
yeah,
pose, and
yeah,
it's
then
the
you see
same
the pose.
pose.
Yeah, but you get
You
more.
can see her shoulders; it's the same pose. Her arms can be doing that.
Hmm.
But yeah, you get more of it like this.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I really like Series 3 is growing on me. I was going through my binder
Hmm.
of all the shards and stuff, and it's just really growing on me. Um, so I'm not mad at it. Like even Spark Plug,
Yeah.
you can see our hands. It's just it works a lot better because they're not just like faces, you
Yeah.
know. Like Blue Squire, for instance, one of my
Yeah.
all-time favorite skins. He's not
Hmm.
doing anything,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, but like you get him with a pose. I mean, Peely's actually pretty good. He
Yeah,
has his
he has
hand
he
up.
has his hand up. Yeah, like
Like that
those small
fits.
things is really really changes a lot.
I mean, that's why I like some of the ones like Focus. I mean, Rex actually is good too.
Hmm.
Actually, Rex is really good
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
he has
that's
his hands up.
yeah, that
And
kind of reminds me of what like the reason why I like Eight Ball's card so much, even though I like the skin, I like that he's a character now. But yeah.
I'm looking at this. Oh yeah, I can see the back is like this. How Team Leader
Palpatine.
works.
Hmm.
So yeah, like I have a lot of Italy shards now, but a lot of second edition cards. I'm gonna just start calling that. I think I'm gonna stop even saying Italy in Series 3. I think I'm just gonna coin it and call them first and second edition. What do you guys think?
It's
Yay or
interesting.
nay? Because I mean, we had to
You
like
could say like Italy second edition or second edition. Yeah, I
no,
mean, yeah.
forget Italy. Who cares about the country? I'm so sick. It's like who cares if it's U.S.
Is
Because people get in their feelings about it, right?
they but
You
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 know what?
you cannot
That's
you
never gonna change.
no, but they get in feelings like why do you care if it's U.S. versus Italy? They get in feelings about that. But if you say second or first edition, you can't argue.
They will.
Italy came after
They're-
U.S.
yeah.
In
And
Series
then
One, it was a few months. In Series Two, it was like I don't know 4 or 5 months.
yeah. But
Series Three, it was at least 2 months. It was
but you
like
know what though? With your point, see the thing that's gonna happen is the reason why they're arguing Italy.
America. Stop, Jill. Stop.
The reason why they're arguing, like the series, Italy, Brazil, is because the ones that collect those feel that they're equivalent. So if
Mhm.
you do first, second, and third, they're gonna still feel the same exact way.
Well,
You
they're
get,
not, I mean, there is a difference, right? They're not equivalent
hmm,
because they're completely different. Especially look,
yeah, they're different. Yeah, for sure.
you can tell the different in the shards.
Right.
So they can't be equivalent. They can't equal each other.
Hmm.
It just doesn't make sense because someone's gonna like one more than the other.
But
And
no, what I mean by they because people put USA so high,
mhm,
they're saying that in the Italy collectors are saying that Italy is just as good. You get what I mean? So when you
yeah,
do first, second, and third, it still tears them under. Where, in my opinion,
but I'm not saying that to make my Italy shards worth more or
right?
that like I'm just taking it all apart. It's like they are second edition.
Yeah. Well,
They
that
were
would be making
they're
you
they're, they're
that.
printed
Yeah,
later.
yeah. And I mean, you wouldn't. What you're saying, you're not making it worth more. You would technically be making it worth quote less. So you're really not. In your point,
Yeah,
it makes sense.
I mean, and I'm not even saying they shouldn't be worth a lot because like Pokemon, like 1991 Pokemon cards are still worth a lot of money, even if they're not first edition.
Mhm.
It's just the first edition have a premium on it. And like Italy cards and Brazil cards shouldn't be worth nothing. It's just US ones have a premium. They were first put out.
Yeah.
It just makes
I
sense.
think I think the market. See, for me, what I personally just think it's time. Like, and what I mean by that is, I just think within time and with more getting graded, with more going to SGC, BGS, PSA, I feel like that narrative is not going to switch. in like let's say Italy or Brazil favor, but those collectors will become more profound. And what I mean by that is like Italy, like you said, Italy has a different pattern. Brazil has a different pattern. So that's gonna
Mhm.
hold its weight over time. It's just gonna take time. Like the market is still so new that I just think people are gun ho on what we talk about all the time, gun ho on only the investing side,
Yeah.
that they lose track of the collectability of Italy and Brazil. And I think it's gonna take time, man. I think it's
I
like
think
you
we
said, it's an annoying narrative for sure.
I think we just have to take the stigma out of it. Take the
Yeah.
country out, and we can stop being nationalist and, like, just call it first and second edition, you
Yeah.
know? First, second, and third. Um, that makes sense to me. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not mad
We'll
at it.
see if it sticks. I don't know. I'm gonna start pushing that.
Yeah, you're gonna start pushing it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not mad at it because like for me, when it comes to collecting, let's say a skin,
When you say only print run in Brazil ever, what do you mean? You mean, like,
I think he's saying like only one print run in Brazil. I'm gonna assume. I'm
maybe only
assuming
one?
that's. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what he's saying.
I don't know if Brazil I mean, Brazil was third print. It came so
Hmm.
late.
Hmm.
And do you want a third print? Let's talk about comics.
See, but you see what you just said though. That's what it. That's when it comes. That's when it gets weird. Like you see how you
Mhm.
said, do you want?
Do you
But do
want the
you
third
want a
print?
third print?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm
like.
just saying it came out let's say it came out 2 years later.
Hmm.
Would you wanna be buying it if it came out 2 No, you want the one that just came out first, that's what I'm saying. And
Hmm.
so it's like, I don't know that it's gonna flip Brazil. I don't wanna take countries into it, but, like, let's just talk about what came out first.
Hmm.
It was US, then Italy, then Brazil.
So what it should it be? First print, second print, third print.
Yeah, or I mean, I just think yeah, edition is, like, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
It's freedom edition.
Yeah, like is
I
it? Yeah,
mean, yeah,
I
I
get.
no
Yeah.
series 2 or series 3, if you care that much about where it was
Oh, I get what you're
printed,
saying.
like, who cares that much?
But
I don't
but Dylan, that does go into it though.
where was your shirt printed?
Who minds?
Yeah.
Japan.
See, it's like people don't look at all the like where are all the Pokemon cards printed? No one just because it's on the back, they're looking and searching for this
But
country.
in that countering that for Fortnite, we do have to look at it because it is a thing.
No, I
Yeah,
get it, but I just don't
yeah,
think it is a thing, but I think it matters more about what was printed first. I mean, like, I don't know, the country I don't care where the country it was printed.
yeah.
As a collector, I don't care. Like, if they printed it and it looked just like this, and they printed it in Italy, would you care?
Well, no, because that's what it is. You see, the thing is that when you come into the first of all,
Eh,
you were a part of the first cloth that did this.
mhm,
You were a part of the beginning.
yeah.
And it's this is what now with the time it can change, but this is the way we look at it because of what we have. Like so for instance, we don't have numbered parallels. So that takes it out of it, especially from people that's coming from Pokemon or that's coming from sports cards. There wasn't enough depth to the set. That where the depth came in at is the Italian, the Brazilian, the USA, and people ran with that. And now it's such a thing that it does have a stigma. Can that stigma be broken after people have,
I don't think my thing is it's the stigma against where it was printed. To me that part doesn't matter. When you're collecting something, when it was made and the
is it
appeal.
printed or rarity? The supposed rarity.
Okay, well, let's say like 5 years later they print less of Series One, but they reprint it again,
Okay, yeah.
and they print less. Which one's gonna be worth more? The one was first, or the one
The
that's printed
first
less?
the first print of series one.
Yeah, exactly. And so
But
that's
I mean that the thing is though, like is see, it's hard to just X that out because it's like that's what makes it that's what creates
well,
opportunity, I think. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Because it's like you said, it is if you do go with first, second, and third edition, people can do really great in the second edition realm. They just have they'll just
Like,
understand that it's not.
I'm not
Yeah,
trying to change the price of it, right?
yeah.
I'm not trying to change what gets worth. Let's say people start liking third edition more than second edition because there's less. So let's say
Hmm.
there's less Brazil than there is Italy, and
Hmm.
that goes up higher.
Yeah.
That's fine, but I still feel like we should just call it like third edition because people get so bent over shape for like where it was made.
Yeah,
That's the
and
part that's just like that's why people
see,
start fighting and arguing.
but does it, and also on top of that, does it go into what Fortnite and Panini wanted? Because not only did they do three different prints, they look different. So
I
it
think that was
is a
just printing
thing.
capabilities. I think because they're getting printed in a different country, they're not all going to have the same type. So, like, I just don't think that the Italy machines print the same type of shards as these.
Mhm.
That's all I think it was. Um,
See, I mean,
I don't think they were intentional because if you look at the series two, they try to fix it and make it better, and they still
mhm.
didn't match it. I don't think it was intentional.
You don't think it was intentional?
The change in design, no, I
That's
don't.
interesting. I do, but is I mean the thing is, Dill says the only reason is because USA is dominant. You know, the Americans control the market. I
Hmm.
mean, okay, but for me, it goes all into aesthetic. No matter how you slice and dice it, to me personally, I don't care what anybody says. The USA shard looks better than the Italy and Brazil, and that's where mines come from.
It
But
does.
but am I gonna have a Italy Lux, a Brazil Lux, hollow and shard? Of course. It's just I know which one I like the most, and I guess for me that's where it goes into play.
How visually appealing is this card to you?
It's solid.
It's solid. Do you have
Yeah.
one?
No.
Why not?
It's I mean reloaded. I have my Lux and I have Aura.
Hmm.
Those were the ones that I wanted immediately. Like when it comes to like for instance like Renegade and Midas, those are chase cards for me. I'm kind of backwards. I don't rush to chase cards. I rush to my PC. So
Yeah,
I have 5 Lux and I have 5 Aura for Reloaded right now. And then I was eventually going to get around to it, but it goes also to where I started. I had a lot of footwork to create.
yeah.
So it was I couldn't experiment as much as you
Hmm.
based off of what I didn't have yet. You know what I mean? So I had to cover a lot of groundwork. But yeah.
I mean, I'm just trying to think. Like, there's so much stigma about it, and it's like Reloaded gets so much stigma because Italy had already gotten so much stigma.
Mhm.
And I know Reloaded didn't have a real chase, and the way they did the print runs was a little weird.
Yeah.
But there's still some good cards in there.
It's a lot. It's
There's
a whole
a
lot.
lot of good
Yeah.
cards in there, and
Mhm.
I think this whole Italy and Brazil stuff is what's bringing Reloaded down a little bit,
Mhm.
and I don't think that's going to win in the long run. Oh, and
Yeah.
if you guys hear fireworks, that's because people are setting off fireworks behind
Yeah.
me.
And
Sorry.
so like even like this like you know Black Ashes first edition is always king.
I agree with that. See,
And
that's what I'm
then
trying to get to. It's like no one knows the print run. There's so many factors that can go into it, right?
yeah.
No one knows. I
Mhm.
mean, we can fight all day about it. Um,
Oh,
but for first, second edition, we know US comes out first. Every year it comes out first.
mhm.
So to me, that's like one reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all like that?
Unbearable, yeah. Yeah, the
My shirts aren't as cool as Rob's, but
oh no, come on now. You know, but what okay, let's back up a little bit, right? What have you now even Dale, you answer this as well. What have you seen the past 3 years just with series 1, right? Just with series 1. Do you feel that like cuz Dale was getting at this a little bit, so I'll bring it up. Do you feel that it's because it's gatekeeperish that the series 1 shard is 10x, or do you feel that it's availability? What do you feel is the narrative now? Like I know that's what we're talking about, but like based off of what you see available, what do you feel about USA shards, Italy, and then Brazil?
well, while he's answering, I'll just say prices aside. Like I'm not even caring about the prices. Like the market's gonna decide
Right, but
which
it.
one's worth whatever it's worth.
Mhm,
I was just talking about what we're gonna be calling it. Like everyone's fighting about this was printed less, this was printed less. I'm just done with that. It's first edition, second edition, third edition. I mean,
mhm.
the prices are gonna settle wherever people value them. The Series One US looks different. It looks better.
But
It's gonna demand whatever the market demands of it.
does that see the thing is was does that stop the argument though? You get what I mean? Like not I'm talking about let's say we did scratch that. Let's say we scratched the where it
I
was
think
printed.
I think
Does
it's
that stop the argument?
I think it will be a I think it'll cause less arguments if we start referring to them like the reasoning. I think the reason there's so many arguments is because of the reasoning.
Mhm.
People are arguing about this.
I get what you're
They're
saying with that.
arguing about this because of print run that no one knows what the fuck they're talking about. No one
Right.
knows the print run for
Mhm.
either of these. Brazil, Italy, people were buying whole sets of Brazil.
Mhm.
Nobody knows the print runs.
Mhm.
So like we just need to stop arguing about something we don't know anything about. Saying which one was printed first makes the most sense. So
But
if
help.
you say I want a first edition, I want the ones that came out first, you can't argue with that.
Mhm.
How are you gonna argue with like, oh, I want US because they came out first? How are you gonna argue? No, they didn't. I mean,
I
they have
mean,
release dates. Is a
well, the thing is it goes to what you're saying though. Like it's been 3 years, and
mhm,
I think time. I mean, time will tell if USA floods the market eventually. Let's say David Adams floods the market. Whatever the case, I don't know what will not prove that USA isn't. You get what I mean? Like just
mhm.
is like what would change? No one knows, but we do see, if that makes sense. You know, I don't know, man. Because as you know, I genuinely don't
Yeah,
care.
but we don't
But
have to talk about the rarity because Fortnite is rare. All the Fortnite shards are rare.
right,
And so like that point, I'm not. I mean, the Italy is gonna be rare and stuff like that. It's
my skateboard. What's up, bro?
it's kind of like tomato tomato.
Hmm.
In terms of rarity. Because I mean, if you look at the pop report now, yeah, there's a few more Black Knight Italy shards than there are USA. But
Hmm.
at the same time, you combine them, and there's still what less than 100.
Right.
I mean, that's pretty rare in a market that we think is going to blow up.
But even yeah, like because I mean, I definitely get what you're saying. I just don't. I mean, I guess it's because I don't. I just go, I don't know, man. It's interesting. I do get what you're saying because it is a consistent debate for sure, and it's an unnecessary debate.
It's
It's
it's just it's just how I approach it. So like, if I was going to buy, if I'm going to buy USA shard,
uh-huh,
I'm gonna pay premium because now I'm thinking of it as that's the first edition. So like, if I was gonna buy Italy shard, like if I was gonna go after Aura, there's an Aura I'm watching on eBay.
uh-huh,
A 9.5, is it 9 or 9?
uh-huh,
There's an Aura shard on eBay, Italy. I think it might be
uh-huh,
9.5,
uh-huh.
and it's 275. I've been looking at it. It's kind of close to what I would pay for it.
Yeah.
I would, if it was USA, I'd buy in a heartbeat because that was the first edition.
Uh-huh,
Second editions, I don't need as much,
uh-huh.
so I'll pay a little bit less. And that's just how I'm going to approach it.
You see, for
Country
me,
aside.
like I wouldn't even, and this is just me being dead honest. I told you this off camera. When when I got my Lux Italy shard, like legit, like Dill said, aesthetic. Like I was like, okay, I got it, but it didn't hit.
Hmm.
It didn't hit, and that was like, so I think based off of like mine's really didn't even fall into rarity. It fell more into aesthetic, but I do get what you're saying. I get where you're coming from for sure.
But I mean, the aesthetic goes into it, for sure. I get it, but like, I mean, even if they looked exactly the same,
Yeah,
I collectors like to do that. If they looked exactly the same, I think the US still would be worth more
right. And
because they were first edition.
but then that's pure first, second, and third edition. You get what I mean? Now that's when it's pure. When it is the same exact pattern, and then
Hmm.
that is pure first, second,
I mean,
and
Italy's
third
getting
edition.
close, and
To
the
what?
prices to looking the same. They're getting close for
Mm.
Series Two.
Oh yeah, for series two,
For
yeah.
Series Two, they're getting close, but the price isn't catching up.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Um, so that's why I think like that. Where do
And
you expect the Italian market to
that's
come
what I
from?
was getting at. That's what I was getting at. I was he's saying like that the balancing factor of the prince. Where do you see that
This is
coming
true.
from?
Yeah, this is true. And the same thing goes for like if you couldn't get your
Mm-hmm.
hands on a first edition one, you go
Mm-hmm.
for a second edition. That's fair. That's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in the
Same.
game, I was looking at eBay and there was no USA charge for sale.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going for the Italy ones. Knowing they were Italy and say, but I'm not paying that much for it and it's second I want that card.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I like all of them,
For
honestly.
sure. I
Yeah.
mean, but
I value my USA ones more
yeah.
on aesthetic, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
but like I don't care personally where it was printed.
But you
I
see,
do care that it looks better
mm-hmm.
in my eyes. I mean, I like both. Like I said, I like both. It does
Mhm.
look better, and it was printed first.
So what I mean, so like where the last thing I want to get on is like, I said it earlier, but like when it comes to, because a lot of this debate comes from the Italian collectors because they feel like they get jaded with that. You know what I mean? Like it's like, okay, you're just saying mine's is lesser than. Does the term second edition help that for them? You get what I mean? Like
It's not gonna help their position in their collection.
not position in their collection, but the respect of their collection. You get what I mean? Like that's what I'm getting at. Not the position and value, but the respect. Because the problem
No,
is they're not getting
I don't know if it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna change the respect because like if you have way more first edition cards and second edition cards, your collection's cooler.
right.
I don't. I'm not trying to change that. It's just
Uh,
the whole fights and the arguments because I've seen this. Like people go, everyone's hating on Italy, Italy, and all this kind of stuff, and it gets this like stigma, and it's not about that,
yeah.
you know. And but I don't think you can change that because people want to collect what's rare. They want to
Uh,
collect the best of the. That's why you go for tens, not nines, or tens, not eights.
uh
Um, but I just think we just need to not worry about the pop, and it's like it's not. We're kidding ourselves if we're trying to say people are going to go after Brazil instead of U.S.
uh
I mean, it's possible that someone wants a 10, but it's to me, I'm starting to think of it like,
Okay, I have a question to ask you on that
mhm,
too. Do you think does does rarity matter as a collector?
yes. I mean, I think so,
Right.
but not if it's like a second, third, like comic books, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they get to a third print and it's rarer, unless it's like visually different, like if they changed the design and made it rarer, but if it's the same design and it was printed afterwards, after many people already got stuff, that rarity doesn't matter too much, in my opinion.
But that I guess that's the thing though. They don't look the same and they're not printed in the
No,
same
but it's
place.
the same design. They may not look exactly the same. It's just like comic books. They'll print the same design but a different background color.
But it's a different, but the I mean design I factor in pattern as well.
Well,
You
it's so
get
it's supposed to be the same. I mean, it's pretty much the same pattern. It's just a little bit different. You can just tell the difference. Still the same card design. It's not like it's not like two different card designs.
right. Well, yeah, I mean of course,
Yeah,
but is see for me, I guess from I though, it's a different that pattern factor is not the main design element, but it is a design element. Like like
yeah,
that.
but it's the small thing that's changed between the
Yeah.
second edition, third editions, and I don't think that's enough to demand that to create more rarity or to make rarity matter too much.
Mhm.
Like, because like if you have the first edition of a card, right?
Uh-huh.
Are you gonna be upset that you didn't get the third edition because the pattern's a tiny bit different? No, I don't think so.
What? Wait,
Now,
say it again.
so let's say you have the first edition of a card,
Right.
and they print it, and then they do a third print,
Mhm.
and the design and the pattern's a little bit different. If you have the first one, do you care?
But that's where the stigma comes
I
from
know,
though.
but do you care?
I
No,
mean,
but
no, yeah, go
if
ahead.
it was if the third print of the card was a
Mhm.
completely different design, you would definitely care. That's when the rarity would matter.
See, but I guess where we disagree is that I get what you mean by as in it's the same card, as in like for instance, uh Aura's stance and her profile is the exact same. So it's the exact same design,
Mhm.
but that the the actual pattern on it makes it, no matter if it was supposed to be the same or not, it makes it a different looking card. If that makes sense. Maybe not be a different card, but it makes it a different looking card.
I just don't think it changes it enough.
Is I'm not gonna lie, I don't see how you don't. I like when you look at USA and Italy, it does
No,
a
it does. It does look
yeah.
different. I can tell the difference easily. I just don't know why. I just don't think that change would make someone want a third print card more than a first one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with that though. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like I just
Like his
yeah,
poops.
yeah. There you go. So
I wouldn't know though. I've never seen them. I don't know.
Dale said, "Is there cold hard facts that they were printed first? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't even.
Yes,
Yeah. I mean, but I'm
I
saying
was there.
yeah. Like this is. I guess I'm confused.
So
Like yeah.
so you can look runs the guy who runs the Panini Fortnite who's printing it. Where is he
Mhm,
based?
mhm.
They're all based in the U.S. They put him out in the U.S. first. Then they came out. You can look at it each time.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had release dates for Series 2, we had release dates for Series 3. They weren't being designed in Italy. They're being designed in the US and printed in the US. That's why the prototypes are in the US.
Mm-hmm. I guess I yeah, I guess I'm confused. I don't know, like, because we're agreeing, but I think we're
Yeah,
saying
yeah, we're
things.
agreeing.
Yeah, yeah,
I
we're
just don't.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying.
I forgot you were there in 2016. My bad. That's the troll of the
Mm.
chat right there.
Yeah,
See, like
something could
this.
be rare, but have, and that comes into play heavy, which is to what we're yeah
Now,
that
see,
comes into play.
like Renegade. Like, so I'm looking at the reloaded cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, these you can't find them in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
These are first edition, even though they're not printed in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that's just
Oh wait, here. Hold on. I want to go. I'll go to this one first.
all right. You say it's Marley.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's a major see, and Dylan, that all goes into it. You get what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that all goes into it because you said it before that it could possibly be product that's still to the side in, like, let's say the Italy and Brazil market, just based off of the lack of collectors or them doing the buybacks, whatever the case may be. Like USA, when it dropped, you and others that were like the founders of this, it hit the ground running. It was flowing. And then when these, like, let's go with your term list, when it goes with the second and third edition, it was, it kind of immediately got that stigma because of that. And I don't know if the term would have changed it. So you
So,
feel the
so
term would have changed it?
um, I don't think it's going to change the value.
No, I mean, I'm talking about
Yeah.
like off upon release. Like if it was
I
like
just think there'd be less confusion.
mhm,
And that's what I'm trying to get at. There's too much
yeah.
confusion in the group and or just in like the community. And I think that would have changed the confusion.
See, and I agree with you, but I think it's wanted confusion. You get what I mean? Like it goes with
It's
you and Dylan.
manipulated
Yeah,
confusion.
it's, and I don't want to say manipulated, but it's what you
No,
and
that's
like
possible. No,
what you and Dylan saying. I agree with that. I feel that it's wanted confusion, and that's why I was saying to the Italian collectors. That's why I feel bad because it's like they're the way they collect, if they still collect the exact same way we do and never touch a USA shard, they still have their value. The value is still going to be there the same exact way. If you can't get a USA and they were collecting Italy for a foreseeable amount of time, they're
hmm
going to have buyers. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I think it's more so it's truly
It
more.
only see it
Yeah.
doesn't suck. It only sucks to the collectors if they're worried about investing.
I
All
don't
right. I
think
mean,
so.
if you're in like your UK or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And you can only get you can only get second editions.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna care too much
I
as
think,
I mean, it's like unless you care like that much, and then it's all about the money.
but no, I think rarity and desirability goes into pure collecting as well.
Yeah, I mean,
And
so like if they released a car design in Italy, right?
mhm,
That we didn't get in the US,
right.
I don't think that it should be worth less. I think
Mhm,
it should be a top end card. Like if they do like any kind of cool thing and that's not in the US, that
mhm,
should skyrocket. It will be first print. We shouldn't worry about where it was printed. Should that would be a first edition. If it came out there first and it was cool and we didn't have it in the US,
mhm.
to me that it should be worth more.
Yeah.
So
It yeah, like it's one of those if you want to go, let's go to the comic book for a slight second, that and it goes to this. So
that's what I was thinking
so
about. You talking
so
about the three.
Hawk 181 is considered the first appearance of Wolverine. But then
Mhm.
there's the argument of the Hawk 180 where is it the first cameo, is the first appearance? But because of the collectors back then with the Hawk 181, even if the Hawk 180 was the first appearance, the original collector said that it was 181, and beating that stigma is like I don't think it would ever happen, even though the debate is always there. I feel like this is like, even if we change the narrative, it's always going to be in the back of the head. It's one of those weird things. Like you had the great intention, and I just don't think I don't think they'll
No,
take
I
it.
think we can do it because listen, because like we're not gonna not like reload it just because it's printed in Italy,
Yeah, yeah.
right? That just
Hmm.
doesn't make sense. And like the people who are pushing US, I think the people who are pushing US cards higher
Mhm.
are just using the wrong narrative. They're forcing the whole pop onto it. And
So
and there's no way to know. They're pretty damn close.
yeah, I get what you're saying. So I get what you're saying because you're saying pretty much that the pop is leading the whole way. It's nothing
They're using
but
the wrong argument.
because like
US is not about the pop because like you can't no one knows the pop of Italy versus USA.
so is it about the aesthetic?
I mean, the aesthetic definitely adds to it. Like I think
That's
aesthetics plays into it. I think aesthetic plays into the price.
see because like I feel like you could put a comma between Black Ash and Matt's comment in the aspect of like it adds more layers and then like it's like do you just not factor in aesthetic because like I think that is the dividing factor. Like I truly believe, like for instance, let's say we finally get to the point where Fortnite has a dominant trade show, right?
Mhm.
Foreshadowing. But Fortnite has a dominant trade show. And if you pick them two up, you have them, I have one. It's like if you pick them two up, it's gonna lead towards that. And I feel like that has a major thing. Once somebody gets a Series 1 USA shard in their hands, it changes a lot. I
Yeah,
don't I don't know if that same effect truly happens with the Italy and Brazil. And that's where my
it doesn't.
divider
Yeah.
comes.
See
That's
that
the
that's
only
great.
divider I have.
And that adds to it like they're obviously
Yeah.
similar. Brazil and
Yeah.
Italy are similar,
hmm
right?
Right. Exactly.
And
Yes.
so and when you ever looking at like second and third edition, you don't really differentiate those
hmm
for other cards. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
You do differentiate first edition.
hmm
So in my mind, it works still. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it's just like I don't know. I just really don't. I just think the
Yeah.
people who are pushing or manipulating or trying to make US worth so much more. I mean, I think they've got gold mined. I think their cards, US shards, are worth a lot. I think that's fair. I just think the whole argument about the pop, which because I was arguing with this like 2 years ago,
Mhm.
because like it was hard for me to believe that when the US card market is big, like everyone collects cards in the US,
Yeah.
but in like the UK market, they don't really collect cards; they collect stickers. So I
Mhm.
was trying to wrap my head around why would they print more in like the Europe countries than they would in the US.
If you ask me my opinion, I was if you like
Mhm.
based off of branding and marketing, if you ask me, I would say because they know how we collect. They know I mean it's Panini.
Yeah.
They know how we collect. They know the patterns through since the baseball era in the 50s, then all the way up into the 50s until now. They know what American collectors look for in rarity and numbered parallels, all those things that go into factor. Like you said, Italy and Brazil, their collecting habits hasn't evolved to where ours is right now. And I
Yeah.
think if they were sitting there, it would only make sense to put that. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying based off of what you see when it comes to collecting, I think that would come into play. Don't know. I'm just basing it off of what I would assume based off of what USA collectors and how much more collectors there are. And now I get what you're saying. If there's more collectors, why wouldn't you print more? But based off of how we collect, I don't know if
Well,
that's
no,
the case.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying why didn't they print well. I know Panini's doing. I'm saying why would they print more in
Mhm,
a country where they collect less? Because that
mhm,
seems like a waste of money for them on the
mhm,
bottom line.
mhm.
That was my
Right,
thinking.
right.
This is well, I'm gonna get back to Jim's comment, but this is true right here. There's so many Fortnite players in Europe.
Oh yeah,
So
I know that.
yeah,
Yeah.
so like if you think you have Italy cards and there won't be a demand in the future, you're wrong.
Mhm,
You're wrong because there's like so many players in Europe. You know, like this isn't 30 years ago. Fortnite is a universal game.
mhm.
So the country doesn't freaking matter, right? So that's why I was saying we have to, as a community, come to terms with that and it's like stop worrying about where it was printed and start looking at the facts that we do know. What was printed first, second, third.
So even in that instance, let's say that narrative goes away. Are people going to start cleaning up the Italy and Brazils off of eBay because they're there? You know what I mean? And
I mean, they'll
that's
still be
the
worth
thing.
less. I just don't think we need to argue about the pop that we don't know about. But I think this is interesting right here.
Mhm,
Like, if you don't have a first edition Charizard,
mhm,
Shadowless Charizard, whatever, right?
mhm,
But you have the Shadowless Charizard Hollow.
Mhm.
No one's gonna laugh at you for having such a rare card,
No.
right? But
Mhm.
that same card, it could have been worth more, and
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying. Um, yeah, there's only one so far, but how many master sets of Brazil have you seen?
I
I
already
mean,
am, Rob.
I've seen more master sets for Brazil.
Jim, what are you already what?
I've
Uh,
seen more Brazil master sets than I've seen Italy and USA master sets put together
mhm. Mhm.
in the Facebook alone, in the Facebook group alone.
So what does that mean to you?
I just I'm not going to worry about the pop. I
Mhm.
have no information on that. I can't foresee
Mhm.
the pop. I don't know how Brazil works. I don't live in that country. I've never been there. I didn't see the website. Um, I'm not going to try to like just speculate on the pop reports and all that kind of stuff. We have to wait and see. I'm just going to me as a collector, I'm just going to think what came out first, what came out second, and then spend accordingly.
Yeah. Yeah, Jim. I mean, I am too. Like Italy is funny because the reason why I thought it was interesting that Dale brings it up is cuz I approach it the exact way that the way you're bringing it up. Like yeah, but is and what I mean by that is once I have my USA shard, I go grab the Italy or vice versa depending on what happens. But
These are all
yeah.
Italy that I'm showing right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm not shitting on Italy. I think Italy's good. It's just
No,
we don't.
you're bigging, that's why I don't know why you're saying that because you're bigging up, you're giving it its credit.
Yeah,
So you're
yeah,
not,
I
yeah.
think yeah, I'm think Italy and Brazil cards are all good cards.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it doesn't matter where it's printed. I just think the only thing they have against them, besides that they look a little bit different, is that they weren't printed first. They
Mm-hmm.
weren't printed first, and US have a different appeal. I think US is fine where it is at the top, but I don't think it's because of the pop.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
See, I think, yeah, and I think a lot of people say, for instance, my escape world deal, they said that, Americans think they're better than everyone else, A, B, and C. I hear you. Okay. But what are in the masses in the approach of how you collecting, what are you buying?
Yeah.
If that's the case, what are you buying? Now, even
I'm buying all, but I'm
no, of
spending
course,
more.
but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is what is the you have a tier in your head and like that's what
Mhm.
you're getting at, but it can't be that Americans think that when like it's literally the case even with Italy in hopes to get a USA shard or they want to get a
Mhm.
USA shard. This my skateboard, I believe he was in it from the beginning. Dale, y'all were the front runners. A lot of the collectors in the Facebook group, most of the collectors in the Facebook group was the founders of this. This was
Yeah.
this was given. It wasn't. I came in a year and some change later. It wasn't given by my group. It was the founders. That's what
It
I'm
wasn't given by
confused about.
me. I was there, but it
Yeah,
wasn't given by me.
but that's the thing. Like even when the thing is, if it goes off of like Black Ash said, off of supply and demand, and based off of buying tendencies,
Mhm.
when you look at the sales report, when you look at what was sold on eBay, that's what you see, and
Yeah.
that's what you see at those prices. Auctions pop up all the time. Auctions popped up with Italy, Brazil, and those prices play out. So that's why it's just interesting to me with that angle.
I mean, I will say this. I mean, I just don't think that people are big on USA because of pop.
Hmm.
I don't think that's true.
What do
I
you think
just
it's
don't.
based on?
Well, visuals was one.
Hmm.
I think a lot of people said, "Oh, this was made US," so they went that way,
Hmm.
right? And then I think they used the PSA pop report,
Hmm.
and they used all the Italy's being sold on eBay
Yeah.
as their reasoning. Oh, there's too much Italy,
Hmm.
and I don't agree with that.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I don't agree with how they approached it. I don't think
Hmm.
there's too many Italy cards. I
Hmm.
don't. Like people think they're putting Italy to oblivion, and I don't think that's true.
Hmm.
And I don't think that's why they're worth less. I just think that's just how it came out. I think for Italy, it's the same thing with Series 3. I think Series 3 actually for US and Italy's Series 1 was very similar.
Hmm.
All the cards in Italy didn't really sell that well because people don't buy cards that much, right?
Hmm.
Not there. So they sent them back to Panini, and then a Facebook group got a hold of it. I was there.
Hmm.
And when I tell you, when we found out that you could buy Italy Megas on the Panini website in Italy through third parties, we made them sell out in like 3 days.
Uh-huh.
Like everyone in the group was buying. I tried to buy like 50 of them, and I placed my order. I spent the money. My third party guy had to refund me because they sold out like that, because they got all the stuff back from the stores, and then people realized, wait, we can just sell these on eBay instead.
Uh-huh.
And so that's what happened.
And
They all hit the
now,
market. US ones,
uh-huh.
we are collectors.
Mm-hmm.
We know about sealed product, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
We know cards. US people know cards. How many stores? What do you have? Dave and Adams.
Mm-hmm.
They bought up all these megas and they're holding them for value. Italy was not like that. They saw this as a gold mine and they started selling.
Now,
So
anybody, yeah.
we can't
Now
talk
here,
about pop. We don't know. There's too many factors
see,
to
but
consider.
what you just said is interesting though. So with you and anybody else that was here around the time Dylan was in the beginning, right? What did y'all do after? After y'all bought those megas, after that happened, what was starting, what narrative was starting to be built off of that? Because you were a part of it. So you was trying to buy 50 mega boxes, A, B, and C. A lot of y'all were trying to buy that. It was in a mass product, right? What was the narrative built after that? That's what I'm getting
The
at. What
yeah,
happened after that?
the narrative was they overprinted Italy.
Mhm.
Because before that happened, like when
Mhm.
Italy shards were popular on eBay, there was a fight like Italy is less print. No, Italy's more print. Italy's less print. But then
Mhm.
all those megas hit eBay,
Mhm.
and everybody immediately went like, "Oh shit, there's way too much Italy."
Mhm.
And I mean, I don't know.
But you get what I'm getting at
Yeah,
though. Like it was like that's the moment I'm talking about. Is like I hear Dill, I hear my escape world, I hear you, but with y'all being in the beginning of it, it was started there. That's where
yeah,
it
it was.
it, it was it was started there. Like and
But it's
it's
the
like
same thing as Series 3 because everyone thinks Series 3 was overprinted
right.
because all the megas are on eBay. Because what happened with Series 3 right now? This is what I was trying to
Uh-huh.
get at. Target didn't really put them in stores.
Uh-huh.
Target listed them online, and all the flippers
Uh-huh.
got the megas and instantly pushed them to eBay. So the market hit all the megas at once. So everyone thinks there's a shit ton of megas,
Uh-huh.
and there are more. Just I don't
Uh-huh.
think there's a shit ton more.
Uh-huh.
Um, I don't know. It's
Yeah, I hear you.
we can't argue about pop. We don't know. I just think
But
it's the
see, no, I agree with
yeah.
you.
I know.
But
I'm just
I
talking.
it's
Yeah,
no, I agree with you. I just feel that the same people that have a problem with it now was a part of that first cloth that created it. You get what I mean? Like it's like if that narrative that those collectors that may not that have a stigma to Italy now, the new collectors, is not because of them. You know what I mean? It started in that time frame. So it's like trying to correct something that was started there is gonna be hard. It really is.
see this is a good point here. Yeah, I mean that is something to look at. I don't collect video games, but I did hear this that the like I guess Fortnite PC version
Uh-huh.
was released only in like Germany, and
Yeah.
it doesn't sell as much
Uh-huh.
for as much as the US ones.
Uh-huh.
I mean that's to be considered.
Yeah.
There's also this rumor.
Yeah.
I
Uh-huh.
mean it's a different printing.
Uh-huh.
Um, and it's all hearsay. I mean for this one, for me it's like I don't know. I'm not even getting into it. It's all hearsay.
I hear you. I hear you. I do. Uh but what I will say is like, like
This was
yeah.
confirmed. Series 3 was printed more than Series 2 and Series 1.
Uh-huh.
This was confirmed by Panini. What I have from a Panini representative was that Series 3 was printed more, but not extraordinary more.
Uh-huh.
Those were kind of the words used.
Uh-huh.
But that makes sense. If you sell out Series 1 and you see the demand, you sell at Series 2 and you see it's going up, of course,
Yeah.
you increase your stuff for Series 3. That just makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Plus, I have like nine shards of each one I like. So
Yeah. Yeah. That
let's see. What's this one? How hard is Series 3 product to get in the US currently?
hmm.
Getting so in the US, getting Series 3 product, I'm not talking about fat packs and stuff like that. Getting megas in the US is hard from retail.
Uh-huh.
It's not hard from eBay.
Uh-huh.
There's, I mean, a lot of flippers got the megas because Target released it online pretty much only. So many
Yeah.
online stores got it when it released.
Hmm.
Yes, Rob is dope.
Yo, I appreciate that, Joe. That,
Can we
no,
can
that,
we can we talk about Rob's shirt right now? Why are you wearing
yo,
that
yo,
shirt?
yo, we're this is it's cause day,
Hmm.
and ironically, once again, me and Dylan have to really do better with finding our clips. Dylan has talked about Elite Agent, and then I said that Cause is gonna come back. And I remember I was talking about, if he did it with Cuddle Team Leader or like a Pilly. He does it with Pilly. It was amazing. I do want to talk about this for a second though. So it was interesting. I don't know if you've been on Twitter for we'll get back to this conversation too, but I don't know if you've been on Twitter, but they were mad because they felt that the Pilly skin was too simple, which I completely disagree with. If they understood Cause art style,
Hmm.
Cause brings himself and his art style to the skin. I hope that this doesn't I hope the reviews of the skin, the Pilly skin, doesn't affect Cause and Fortnite collabing in the future. Like I hope the sales do well, because if we had 10 Cause skins in Fortnite and they came out with a Pilly action, a Pilly figure, if they came
Hmm.
out with a Cuddle Team figure, that would do so much for the collecting of Fortnite. And I hope it doesn't give it a stigma, because
I
people wanted Strangers things today and they
no,
got Cause, and so that played into it.
I don't think he chose wrong
Explain.
because he chose Peely and there's already Peely bones
Hmm.
and it was like, okay, we already have something and we already have. I think they should have chose a different character.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
You know,
Mainly
yeah.
because of that. I mean, Peely is obvious choice because he's iconic,
Hmm.
but because they have already so many skins, I think that's why it happened like that.
Yeah, like I mean, do I feel what would have been the skin that I would have chose? I would have definitely chose probably like I would have chose, because the eyes and the ears is a major thing when it comes to Cause. So you wanted to accentuate, and it's hard to accentuate on Pilly, but I think it still worked. I enjoy it. I already got it. The back bling was my favorite part, but
Hmm.
I think it could have been another skin. Like I think don't know which one. And maybe they ran through those options and just based it off of that. But it's because it has to work.
Maybe they let him
Yeah.
pick. Yeah, I don't
Yeah, it
know.
has to work with the whole aspect of how Cause does his how he does his actual
Now, if it comes out as an action figure, are you buying it or a toy or whatever they do?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, like I don't have anything against Pilly. He's just not somebody that I would collect. Would I collect that figure because I'm a Cause fan of his art? Of course.
So this is I haven't found much Series
He
3
said I would have chose triple
megas.
threat.
I
Yeah.
like I said, I think a lot of flippers got them. Walmart you can get them, but Target for me has been horrible
Hmm.
for Fortnite this year.
Yeah.
Let me see. I wanted to. So we did a whole video where we talked about Series 3 cards, what our favorites were.
Hmm.
And if you go back to was it
What was it? Episode 10?
episode 10 is where we called out cards that we thought were going to be in the set and
Yeah.
were hits.
Yeah.
So we called out Elite Agent, and that was in the set. But just to run down my favorites, Focus, Elite Agent, Spark Plug, Suki, Kuno. Those off the top of my head. Who am I
Hmm.
forgetting? Hush, Wild Card,
A lot.
Chaos Agent.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of favorites in this set. Yeah, but we made some videos in the past where we talked about Series 3, so check those out on our channel.
Yeah.
If you're new here, please subscribe or just go
Josh,
and watch our videos.
Joshua likes fastball. I like fastball as well. I actually wore fastball for a short amount of time. And what was that like? That might have been season 5, season 6. I can't remember when she came out in chapter 1. But yeah, I ran with fastball for a little bit.
Omar, I did hear that there was an elite agent without the print line.
I heard that too.
I heard it's possible,
I have
but
the print lines.
90% of them have it. I don't know if that's going to affect the grade or not.
Yeah.
Some of them it might, but I heard there is an elite agent without a print line. So keep looking. I want one too. I have 4 elite agents. All of them have the print line.
Yeah.
It does not bother me. Does it bother you? The elite agent print line?
No, no. It doesn't bother me now that I
It's
see how they get graded. It's
yeah.
not it doesn't go into play like even when we showed that Midas PSA 9 with that off center print line thing, uh long as that doesn't come into play, I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
care about it on there at
It,
all.
it, it doesn't take away too much from the card either.
No. Um.
I still need to get I need to get into the toys a little bit more.
Yeah.
We should call out the what's his name?
Omar, I think is one that we heard of. I think it's only one that I heard that possibly doesn't have a print line. I think, yeah, just one so far. Josh said he would have chose triple threat. Triple threat would have been fire.
Oh,
Hopper.
Is it Darwin Toys? Is that what it is? That
Who?
the YouTube guy that we follow that follows us
Oh
now?
yeah, 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 yeah,
Is that what I want to shout him out? If you guys are into the toys or want to learn more about toys, because I don't know anything about
yeah,
toys. But he does the Fortnite toys. What was it?
yeah. We
Do
might
you
have to
have
have
it?
him on eventually. Let me see. I can look it up real quick.
Because for some reason I'm signed out of our YouTube. Um, let's see. Hopper. Not a personal favorite. What about how do you feel about Hopper?
That's the wild card variant, right? Is that no
Yeah,
Hopper's the which one is that?
he's like the bunny version of Wild Card.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a cool one. I think the card looks great.
Yeah,
For
it's
sure.
never one I was ever a fan of.
Yeah,
I like the gold wild card that's part of the double agent set.
yeah.
I'm really a fan of the double agent set.
And when it
Um,
comes to other wild cards, I like Inferno a lot too.
Omar, like I said, yeah, it definitely exists. Yeah,
Mm, let me see. Hold on. Where is it at?
yeah. I think that like they print them in sheets, so like so many of those. I mean, I don't know how it works.
Yeah,
But yeah, apparently
it's
the large
MacDowell.
MacDowell.
Yeah,
Okay, MACD.
OWIN.
Yeah, check him out for the toys. Um, yeah, but there is a couple out there because I know somebody that has one without a print line.
Mm-hmm.
It took him a while to find it though,
Yeah.
for sure. Um, see, there was a new comic book cover. I think
Yes.
I sent that to you. Let me see if I can pull that up. Now this this gets back into the prints because
Yeah.
this is this a third print?
We believe it's a
See,
second, right?
comics are interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, second print, but it's a third comic
Yeah.
because comics are interesting
And I'm gonna
because
tell you
those
why
are
this
those
one.
are those are different designs though. That's a
Yeah. And you know what's interesting when you pull it up? This one's gonna be interesting because this is the first one that I feel first chance that we've had. The second print is better than the first print of the third one. I don't know. Let me hold my thought on that. This cover. Now, Dylan, what's interesting about this one?
okay. Well, so there's a couple of things interesting about this one.
Yeah.
You've got the Star Wand.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you
Mm-hmm.
don't know,
That's
I
number one
freaking
for me. Yeah.
hate this wand.
Me too.
So, like, if
Same.
we might hate it for different reasons. Um,
Uh-huh.
so when I'm in creative and I'm playing random people and they
Mm-hmm.
have this wand, I shit on them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like because they get in there and they think they're so cool. They have this wand. They think they're sweats.
Yeah.
Anyone who thinks they're a sweat has this wand and they use it. And
I
they
mean,
normally
yeah.
they normally wear it with skins that it doesn't match with, and it just
Yeah.
bugs me.
Yeah, I completely that's similar except for mine's go a little bit more rash. I just think the wand is literally trash. Like it's like I
I
think
think it
I
I think it works with some skins. It actually does. It actually works with Cuddle Team Leader a little bit
yeah, it
there.
does. I've never and it's funny because I've never seen
I never seen
it
that pairing.
with Cuddle Team Leader, but I like it for the cover, but as in game, I
They'll
would
wear it
never.
with Crystal. Crystal
Yeah,
will have that wand a lot of the
yeah.
time. Also, with the cover, what I don't like is how small they made Cuddle Team Leader's head. Her
Oh yeah,
giant head is iconic.
yeah, they made it
So,
they made it
um,
average. But
also everything's pretty dope except for I don't know how Lynx is falling like that.
yeah, like this is, but
But
everybody they
besides that,
chose for this, my goodness, Storm, Spider Man, Cuddle Team Leader, Lynx,
yeah,
they did amazing. No, I don't. Like, oh,
I
you
don't
mean, oh yeah,
I
you
don't
own it, right?
I don't own it. I've
Oh
never
no,
bought that.
I don't
No, I
have
don't
it.
have that. I
Yeah,
don't have that wand.
yeah, I would never
Um,
buy that. Listen. I'm the same way in Fortnite. I just don't. I won't buy it. I really won't.
Hey, Chance is actually a skin that when I saw it on the card, I was like, shit, that should be a sweat skin.
Yeah,
And like I
yeah,
think I've seen it a few times, and it's not really
hmm
a sweat skin, but
yeah,
it gives off all of the clues that it would be a sweat skin.
yeah.
So who knows? Maybe it will one day if they come out with a different colorway.
hmm
if they come with a different colorway, all bets are off, and Chance could be a sweat skin. So if
Yeah.
you're picking up Chance, like I think that skin has
I
potential.
think I think it's a good I agree. Like
It has
is
potential to
yeah.
blow up someday because not all skins blow up when they're first released.
Mm-hmm.
Some skins blow up later.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal blew up later.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I think Chance is a skin that could grow in popularity.
Yeah. And you surprised. Hmm.
Um,
Uh
let's
go,
see. Well,
I'll
I mean,
say
we all
yeah.
say the 8 ball was surprising,
Eight
but that
ball
was a
was
while back.
surprising. The consistency of drift. We said this last week, but the consistency of drift is I know what I feel about drift, but the consistency of him has been very nice to see. I'll say that. Um
I will say I'm super surprised with Suki. She
yeah.
was in one of my favorite cards. And I was like, it might just be me, but
Uh-huh.
like I'm telling you guys, I've been seeing so many people collect Suki, and I bought this 10 recently on eBay, and I had to fight
Mhm.
for it a lot harder than I thought I would.
Um uh another one that is because of I know Black Ash is with me on this one. It's hard for me to ignore Tigress based off of what I know of the game. Like Crystal and Tigress is Booga's skin, Booga and Meryl.
Tigress
Like
is probably an underrated
yeah,
Fortnite card, yeah. Not
Tigress
a
is
personal
one.
favorite, but yeah.
Like, but that's the thing. It's hard for me to grab it because I don't rock that skin. I don't even have that skin. But it would be based off of me knowing what's going on in game. But yeah, that's definitely one.
That was me, Omar. This is the one that went for 175.
Oh,
I didn't think it was gonna go that high.
Omar came in late. Omar, hold on, bro. I'm back. I'm freaking back. So I'm happy about that. Uh
So I thought the market was gonna keep going down, but I kind of feel like the market's like coming back up a little bit. How do you feel about that?
oh yeah, I think it's having this moment. Me and Omar was DMing about this a little bit. I definitely think that extreme dip is hitting its floor and it's
Hmm.
starting to trickle back up. I definitely see that happening. That's why I've been trying to make as much moves as possible. And I agree with you, Dylan. Uh Not doing your due diligence in series three could end up being a major mistake.
Hmm.
Not knowing what happens, whether it's going to be major restocks or A, B, and C. But yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, Omar, this is what I thought was gonna happen. I was like, I'm about to steal me a Suki at $100. That was what I was thinking. It did not plan out that way. Um, so I think I bought it for its top price right now.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I'm happy. I like the card, so
Joshua, I actually agree
it's a
with you.
PC.
I agree with Joshua. I was surprised by Quackling for
I
quacking,
haven't been
whatever it
paying
is.
attention to Quackling.
He's selling consistently, like very consistent.
Is this true? He's typical. I don't follow streamers like Rob and them.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know that he was. I knew
Suki,
she was pretty popular. I knew like she
yeah.
was kind of a sweat skin sometimes. I just rocked her so much that
Mm-hmm.
I liked the skin. I
Yeah.
just didn't know it was going to be this hard. She was. I thought. All right, let me explain. Like Focus has been
Mm-hmm.
so easy to get. It's been easier to get than Suki,
Mm-hmm.
and Suki and Focus is more popular.
So do you think okay, this is a good question because we've had these conversations about series 1, we've had this about series 2. It's officially time to have it about series 3 in the aspect of what do you think like quacking is one of them. What do you think the hobby is rounding it out? And what I mean by that is when I say the hobby, you don't have to be a gamer, right? You're a collector because of the cards, whatever your reason is.
Hmm.
Do you think that Suki has the hobby love as well, and that's what's rounding her up even more? She has the gamer love, but now she has the hobby love as well. And do you think that was natural?
I think Suki has the hobby gamer's love for some
Yeah,
reason.
yeah.
And I
Mhm,
think the Quackling probably has the collector's love because I think the collectors who do not play the game
mhm,
give the meme-ish skins
mhm.
a
The fun,
lot more credit than the other people.
right, right. Yeah, that's
My video is
yeah.
slowed.
I'll let it load.
I'm gonna come back in. I'm gonna
Yeah,
come back in.
yeah. I agree. I agree with that. I think, but that's interesting to me. I think that kind of plays out a lot, that the meme skins, and I heard somebody say, I don't think they're going to watch it, so I hope they do, but I heard somebody say, why are they called meme skins if they're not a meme? It's not meme skin as in that it's a part of a meme on social media. They use the skin in like their streams as a meme skin. They troll people with those skins. That's where the title meme skin comes from. Like if you have a Pilly or if you have a fish stick A, B, and C,
They're just
they'll
more hilarious
yeah,
too, right?
they use them in a more enjoyable, funny way. It's not as serious, and that's where the
Because
meme title comes from.
yeah, I think like the collectors who don't play the game when they saw the Peely love,
Hmm.
they started pushing the taco one like hard.
Guaco,
Yeah, when
yeah.
he came out, they were pushing Guaco hard.
Hmm.
Same thing with Peely Bone.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't think they realized that in game they don't get used as meme skins as much as like Peely.
Yeah, like and then here's the thing. So there's two approaches. There's two approaches to reskins, right? You have
I
you have
agree. I agree with this for
you
sure.
have the reskin of, let's say, a Manic, right?
Hmm.
Manic gets this lime green, this black lime green, kind of glowing aesthetic. It works because they stayed the course of it. But sometimes Fortnite decides to reskin a little bit too much, and then a lot of those reskins fall through the cracks, and they kind of either become just duds. And so you can't factor in every single reskin of a skin as the same way the original, like. So what I'm now, it is good for a pure collector. Like, so if you're a collector of Pilly, you have collectability throughout the seasons, throughout the series, I should say. You'll always have something to collect. So I think that is the plus on that. But sometimes those skins aren't the hitters, if that makes sense.
Now, see, Beef Boss and Tomato Head are a little bit different because they're really OG,
Yes,
and Donald Mustard seems to have
an affinity for it.
he does, and like
Yeah,
it's almost like there's a whole story behind them, like a whole world behind the food characters.
which
Even Guaco to that
yeah,
point.
exactly. That's where it's
The
yeah.
Quackling, not so much. So I don't know why that one's getting appeal, but
So, Dylan, we're in a perfect spot right now, not to transition out, but to stay in, but kind of grow in this. Our tier list.
okay.
Yes,
I was
yes,
actually pulling this up
yeah.
before I went
So,
slow.
hold on. Omar said, "Why you pulling that up?" Omar said, "What about the skins that are great in game, perhaps sweat or meme, but not?" No, yeah, that Omar, that goes in effect 100%,
Hmm.
100%. That matter of fact, that plays out for me more than a lot of times, honestly, where it may be a major skin
So
in game, but
I've said
you
this.
know,
There's 14 people here. I'll say to someone else. I think so. I think the true height of the Fortnite cards is 7 years away. When
hmm,
the 14-year-olds of 2017 become
hmm,
25 to 30,
hmm,
that's when the big majority of the sweat skins and all those kinds of things are going to be super, super sought after.
yeah.
So I think the big Fortnite craze for cards is going to be in
Mhm.
7 years from now.
Yeah. See, now me and Dylan talked about this off as well, and I completely agree with him because I said it last week where what really comes into play, if we're all being honest, there these gamers are at the point in their lives where they're focused on a lot of different things. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
focused on we were there. This was, my transition. I stopped collecting in ninth grade. Like I'm focusing on making the varsity basketball team, A, B, and C. I'm focused on different things. And then you go into college, you're focused on, a whole bunch of different things. Let's just say it that simple. But there that comes into play, and I think once they get older and they don't care what others think, or they don't care what their friends think, or they have that official nostalgia pull, or they get into investing in general, and then they want to diversify. All those things come into play once they become more mature. I think that's why what Dylan says, when it's 7 years away, I completely agree.
Also, and eventually Fortnite is going to be a household name. It
Hmm.
almost is already, but like
Yeah,
once they hit like the TVs and the movies,
yeah,
yeah, it's going to be like that stigma's going to be gone. They're just going to just like Disney, just like Marvel
yeah,
and stuff. Like eventually that stuff will go away.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go, Christopher King. There you go. Exactly.
I
Like,
mean, once you're living on your own, you can buy whatever
yeah,
the fuck you want, so who
yeah.
cares? Um,
Yep, Dale, exactly.
guess on Midas's top tens in the next year. I
Hmm.
think Midas may be the first cracked ice to hit 100.
Hmm.
I
Which
think
is
Midas would be the first cracked ice card to hit 100,
which is still extremely low in
which is
context.
extremely low to cards, you know.
This,
Pop tens? No, I'm not saying 100. I'm saying 100 graded. By the way, I'm not
yeah,
saying you'll hit 100 tens. Um, not only is the nostalgia real, man.
yes, Joshua for sure, for sure.
I mean, God, people get nostalgic about Fortnite
Yeah,
like 4 seasons later. Like
yeah,
you get excited. People are nostalgic about the chapter 2 map, or they
yeah.
get nostalgic about the old map. So just being nostalgic about Fortnite in general is crazy.
But and Joshua for sure, like we had that moment last week where at the end of the stream we all just go into this video game nostalgia because, but also go to what Dylan said is like it happens so consistently with Fortnite.
Hmm.
It's so immediate. It's year by year. It's a month by month sometimes. It's just different.
Yo, my escape world's gonna my escape world's gonna submit his
Oh,
his what do you call it, Midas cards, and it's just gonna jump to 100.
it's someone else in here that if they submit theirs, the pop report would jump as well. So it's my escape world and somebody else. I'll let them say it if they want to. But yeah, it's some Midas holders in here for sure.
Okay, let's
I
talk card
I
list.
I agree with Black Ash.
You think Drift goes to Grail?
Dylan, I have a lot to say. A lot
Okay,
has this.
start spitting some facts because I need to
Yeah.
hear this. I need to hear this.
So this, yeah, we have to, me and Dylan have to talk about this more in depth offline of how we're gonna do it. But we are committing to, we will not add anything to this tier list unless we're on live. Like this is gonna be a community based thing, and we're gonna try to come up with a system of how this happens. Now, when it comes to
Are
drift,
we real quick? Are we
yeah,
redoing this list now? Are we
we,
messing with it now?
yes, we're messing with it now because we're online. We're on now. The reason why I feel Drift should be in there, I'll say it for this reason. He has just as much popularity as almost everybody on there for a different reason. He has the nostalgia. He's season 5. He's OG. But what tags this as well, and I know we don't put value high, but he has hobby love, he has collector's love in the market, and I think that's what pushes him
I think that
to,
matters.
yeah, I think that's what pushes
I
him
think
in
it
Grail for
only
sure.
doesn't matter
Hmm.
if it's artificial and it doesn't last.
Yeah. See,
I don't think that's the case with Drift.
yeah, now Dill, with your point, I like what you just said because it reminded me of what I want to say. There is no longer Drift is no longer a skin. He's more in
Ooh,
character development.
we talked about
So
this last
yeah,
week.
yeah. So it's certain cards that will stay skins, and then there's other ones that will develop into characters and have their own lore. And Drift is there. Drift is
Hmm.
from our world. That's number one. Drift is from our world. He was the first one that was pulled from, let's say, this what's the word I'm looking for, Dylan? Uh
Would you say it again?
he was pulled from this, I can't, the word is slipping my mind.
Reality.
Reality, right.
Yep.
He was pulled from this reality. So Drift, I'm not looking for him to be ran with anymore. I'm looking for the consistent fan love and the build of his storyline. So that's where he switches for me. What do you think?
I think so. I think that I don't agree with Dill that there's not a chance.
Yeah.
Does he make the Grail list? I have to think about that a little bit harder. But of all the skins, he's like one of the only ones. Like just like the same thing with Midas, right?
Hmm.
They've been building some kind of story. Same thing with Cuddle Team Leader.
Hmm.
I get a lot of hate. I was talking to somebody earlier about Cuddle Team Leader being up here, but like Cuddle Team Leader, if you look at all of the different loading screens,
Hmm.
you can see they're pushing towards a bigger Cuddle Team Leaders becoming a character,
Yeah.
and so is Drift. And I can see that. I think they both have potential. Drift had
Hmm.
that Twitter story that I still remember to this day.
Yeah.
They put the other members of the Fox clan in the crew
Yeah.
pass. There's just so much, and I like what you said because you stole it from me. That these aren't skins anymore; these are characters.
Who stole it from you?
I said that on Wednesday. You know that.
I said that before that.
Oh well,
Yeah.
I
No, that
stole
was,
it from you,
yeah,
and then you stole it
yeah.
from me. How about
Yeah.
that?
I said that. No, yeah. I said that before that. That's
I think I asked you too, because it's like, yeah, there's skins in the game, and
mhm,
like just because I think we should look at what's used in the game to kind of gauge popularity.
mhm.
But that's not the only factor anymore. Back
Yeah.
when Series 2 came out, that was the only factor that mattered. But now we know the story building is in place. that these
Uh-huh.
characters that have the biggest potential and the biggest fan base need to be recognized.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
And the card market said Drift is worth. How many big Drift sales have we had?
I mean, we've had literally 3 in a span of 2 months. It might have been a month.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's where the bump comes from. You know what I mean? Like, and it can't, like you said, it can't just be anytime it's a big sale. Like, it has to be like a consistency thing. And I didn't, and I've said it myself. Drift is one of my favorites, but I didn't expect him to do this. Like, I thought people that played that season has the nostalgia, like obviously like Black Ash, and that's one of his favorites for that reason. But I didn't expect it to have just pure collector slash hobby love. Like, I wasn't expecting that.
I'm thinking I'm thinking Drift. I'm trying to think
So
here.
wait, hold on. Don't change nothing yet,
I'm not
Dylan.
changing anything.
No,
You were.
but don't even change nothing today. This is because Omar said something. He said, "Does the community?"
Oh my
Oh
bad.
my bad. No, that's me. Does the community gets votes? Yes, that's what we're trying to build. That's what we want to build
I
this.
think I think the community should get votes,
Yes, and I think
or I think the community should get input.
yeah, like I think and it wouldn't be votes like we've seen in the past. We're going to try to create a true system, because I think this is important, because
Hmm.
we'll talk about it together each week, almost like kind of a roundtable thing, and then we'll build it from there. But yes, the community will get votes and a say.
You're a troll.
um
You're gonna short Drift.
yeah, that good luck on that one. But this is going to be a hard one. I want Drift in my collection. I don't know if that's going to happen, but maybe a PSA 7,
See, I
if I'm
mean, I think
gonna.
it's a cool card. I don't even really want
But
Drift.
Dylan, I'm almost positive you
I
were.
I, I agree.
I don't know where you were in 4 and 5. I'm trying to find out. Because it's a
I leveled all the way up to that season. I have Drift completely built out.
yeah, but like I'm it seems like there's a like because 4 and 5 was major, and it
I
seems
had
like
fun. It's just I just didn't I don't know. I just have a different connection to different characters, I guess, and
mhm,
I don't know.
yeah.
But, I mean, I liked Drift when he came out. He was just bulky and stuff like that. I like where the story's going
Yeah,
with
but
him.
his max tier was bulky. He
Yeah,
got
but
the
I
max tier.
liked it.
Yeah,
But then I couldn't ever really wear it.
yeah.
I didn't like his unbulky version.
Mm.
I didn't like that part. I didn't like how it was. But Drift is a cool skin. Not one that I'm actually chasing, but I get the narrative.
See,
I get it. I get the narrative completely. I get the story. I get the popularity. Um, this goes back to a conversation I was having. Drift is a tier 100 skin.
aka
Do
Blog,
all,
what's up?
do all tier 100 skins belong as Grail cards?
Um,
Someone was. I was talking with somebody. I will tell you my answer after I hear what you guys think. But
it's extremely important. I'll say this. I'll be honest. I think tier 100 skins are extremely important because people connect. They like. There's a connection to that season with the tier 100. Like, with the tier 100 skins, a lot of people when they if you say like so if you say drift, okay. But if you say let's say a Ragnarok, you immediately go back to that season, even if you don't wear that skin. It takes you back there. Like it's
there are some seasons where you don't even remember what the 100 level skin was. Correct?
no.
There's none.
Not when it comes to what series 1 was. Like, series 2 is different because I'm a different gamer. That's not my OG era, but I feel that next wave will remember chapter 2 the way I remember chapter 1.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of chapter 9, season 9, chapter 1. What was the level 100 skin?
That Vendetta.
See, you're good.
Yeah.
That's one I always forget.
Yeah. Yeah. Vendetta.
What about chapter 2, season 3?
I haven't That's what I'm saying. Chapter 2, but that's not my OG. Chapter 1 is
But that's what I'm saying. That's like I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying I just don't. I think that eventually there's going to be so many level 100 skins. They can't all be chase cards. There's some are just forgettable. I think Vendetta is forgettable, but that's
But
just
you see, that's the thing. See, that's why it's weird for me, because like the tier 100, that's the whole point, that gives the lore to what Joshua is saying. We all can get the tier 100 card. tier 100 on a card. No, it's just ones that's gonna be skipped because it's a crossover. But like original
Yeah.
Fortnite tier 100s.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hold on, let's
I
see.
I
We
think
missed a
that
couple here.
so I was having this conversation earlier, and I think Battle Pass. I think it reverses. So
Mm-hmm.
I think Battle Pass skins in game are super cool and rare because you can't get them again,
Mm-hmm.
right? But then I think it pulls the popularity down when it comes to the cards, and I think shop skins are going to be more popular in cards and collectibles than the Battle Pass skins
See,
on
I
average. On
now
average.
I feel opposite now because I feel like now it gets diluted or it ends up having a target. There's anomalies. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? There's anomalies. There's the auras. There's those skins. There's certain anomalies, but then there's other ones that they either get reskinned too much, or on top of that, like when it comes to those tier 100, if you look at any comment section, they're talking about the ones that they missed. Like that's where the nostalgia comes in at. It's that separation of what you
Hmm.
didn't have. It
Yeah,
becomes
but I'm not talking current. I'm talking about when these grow in popularity over time, right?
see,
We don't know what's happening to the game, but even those old skins, like the old auras and stuff like that, yeah, they right now they may be like diluted, but they're still gonna be more fresh in most people's
I
brains.
think the way you play the game, you've separated yourself from the masses. You get what I mean?
That's
Like,
possible.
I think though, I try to think about the common gamer
Hmm.
because you have that niche, and that's why we know about the auras. That's why we know about the manics. That's why we know about the hushes and the consistency throughout. But there is that other side that they enjoy creative skins. They enjoy those unique skins. They enjoy even the
Oh, so
bulky skins.
yeah, yeah,
So
so do
it's
I.
yeah.
I enjoy them. Like I actually like Guff that you were selling. Did you ever
Mhm.
sell that?
No, I got you. I took it away. I got you.
No, you,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
No, I
want you
got
to
you.
get your sale,
Well,
whatever.
I had, I do.
I mean, I love chasing the battle pass. I don't know why people don't buy the battle pass. I like to get those in game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, I think I need to start playing with some thick skins,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean,
Same, AK. Uh,
it's hard. I don't know.
um,
Yeah, we can't get all.
exactly,
We can't get all.
exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
But what Josh said here, that's what I was saying with
See,
for
I agree with this
but
100%.
I agree with this.
Yeah,
Like
we both do.
yeah, because for instance, Deadfire, right? I have no desire to wear Deadfire in game. He's too bulky. It's just not the type of skin that I wear to run with. But because he's in the card market, I enjoy that skin so much that I get to collect him now in the cards. And I think that's the layers. So with that being said, Dylan, I think this is more layers than we even knew. Now
Oh,
that now that the game has done what it's done it over, let's say the past 3 seasons, right?
well, my
Yeah,
perception has changed even
100%.
since we started the show.
Yes.
Even since we started the show, but especially since series 2,
Yeah.
Fortnite has taken in such a direction that they're
Yeah.
building out these characters.
Yeah.
Like I told my wife, she told me before Peely blew up, she said, "You should get the banana."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Nah, I don't play the banana. I'm not. No, that's
Yeah.
not gonna be a big one." Um, but now, like all the marketing, the movies, the shows, I
Uh-huh.
said I actually can fall in love with this character in like a show or
In
movie,
a
right?
different way.
In a
Yes.
different way,
Yes.
in a
Yeah.
different way than the game.
Uh-huh.
Same thing with the bulky skins.
Yeah.
It's like Guff. He could be funny as hell in a show. He could be pretty cool. Um, even Drift.
But
Drift in a show could be fucking awesome. It's just
yeah.
I wouldn't play with them.
Well, let's even go with what's about to happen with Ice King. What
Yep.
possibly could happen with Ice King, what we feel is gonna happen. Don't know yet for sure.
Hmm.
But what could happen, I look at Ice King different. I've always appreciated him as a tier 100 skin, but I would never rock him. I didn't want him in my collection. But if he has a good lore storyline, that's gonna my opinion is gonna completely change, and that's gonna happen throughout time. I.e., I never even thought about having Ruckus. But the way Ruckus was drawn, the way he was drawn in zero point,
Vandalette for me.
yeah, the way he was drawn in 0 point, I legit want his shard now. And that's the things that change. You have those pure PC cards, and then you have that side. Before you go on, I want to do this because this is exactly what I was saying. So chapter 1, season 8 is Lux, right? When
Hmm.
I said this so many times, when I came into Fortnite cards, I thought I was going to be able to buy Lux easily.
And why?
because she's not popular. Matter of fact, she was hated for so long. Like Lux, they because she was simple, whatever the case may be, whatever you want to say the reason was, I never felt that way. First season, I maxed out on the first day, just maxed out, bought it all. Was for Lux. Lux is always going to be my number one skin and card. But yes, those things happen. Like Vendetta. I think Vendetta is trash. But somebody
Yeah.
likes Vendetta. Somebody loves
Hmm.
Vendetta. And those is so you can tier 100. I said this before. Tier 100 is like blue chip to me. Somebody is connected to a tier 100 skin.
So okay, I see how you're saying it. There's
Yeah.
always this. Not everyone is bought every season battle
Yeah.
pass,
Mm-hmm.
but when you do battle pass,
Yeah.
you're gearing up for that 100. You're working hard
E-
to get to that 100,
exactly.
and that cements them in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
I can agree with that. I get that. Um, yeah, does it make them all Grail cards? No, I still don't think they make them Grail cards.
No, I
I
don't
think
think you can throw them. I don't think you can throw them all in grail cards for sure. I don't think.
so. I mean, should they all at least be top tier?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think they all have to be at least top tier to yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say all chase card, but definitely all at least top tier.
I can confirm that the reason that Lux jumped up in price so much was because her position in the set.
Yes, for sure. Number being number 300.
Yeah, her being
100%.
the last card in the set, like I even remember people saying, "Oh, we're getting her because she's the last one in the set."
Yeah.
So that did have an effect.
See, and the thing is, I like that's why I do enjoy finding out people's PC cards, and if they're real PC cards, because like I could care less what Lux sells for. Like I literally could care less. I
Hmm.
could care less. I would care if she was 50,000 because then I couldn't get her. But I don't. I genuinely don't care. Like it has nothing to do with anything along them lines. But I would say 100% Lux is because of uh her being number 300 and zero as well. And
What about
ironically,
Devour?
Devour is
He's the
different.
last card in Series 3.
He's different to me because Devour wouldn't really have. He would be more like a hybrid where he could possibly. He's weird where it's like he has lore. I just don't know how long this.
If the team leader robot, I forget his name,
Who Mecha Team Leader?
Mega Team Leader, if he doesn't pop off, Devourer probably shouldn't.
Right. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. What
I'm
did
not a
Omar
huge.
say right here? It all depends on the card. From my perspective, card rankings could leverage game popularity, sweat meme, hate, lore storyline relevance, card market, aesthetic. Six, I have one.
I don't even think. I think we're getting to the point where number one just needs to be popularity. It's like I think it's starting because like
but
it could not a character could pop up in a story and like people be really interested and like it become a popular character, right?
mhm.
And like I don't know where I'm going with this, but like it doesn't have to be relevant, right? But they can become popular just from like a page in the comic, or whatever.
See, I'll say this: the most stable community is the lore community, though.
It is, yes. But
So
I'm
that's
just saying,
where see, okay, I
wait,
have
a skin can become, like you said, a skin can become popular just from Twitter. People
yeah.
talk about a skin so
Mhm.
much, and then it can just become popular based on the design.
Yeah, see, the transition
I don't know how
from
to gauge that though.
this is the way I originally said it back then. The transition from skin to character, the
Hmm.
skin to character, this is when we first started seeing it, and I think that holds more weight based off of what the comics are going to do. So if we go as collectors based off the comics, I think that goes into play. Exactly, the weight to each bullet for sure.
I don't know if that's a crazy idea.
No, I don't think that's the crazy. I think it makes
Um,
because also like how you said number six, like what would be six? I think recurability. Like recurring. Like what I mean by that is the recurring of like a skin. How many reskins does it have and can it show up in every set? If it
okay,
shows up in every set, then that makes a major collection card.
I just had a question for the whole community here.
Yeah.
Um, like, what do you guys consider the grill? What is this list doing? Are we looking at popularity? Are we looking at price? Because we could do what some of the comic YouTubers do is like they look at how many of a specific, like if we went on eBay, right?
Mhm.
And we counted how many times Aura sold in the last month compared to how many not shards, hollows, base
Mhm.
combined, and just compare like how many people are buying those types of cards.
Mhm.
We could get like a popularity
See,
from
I
that.
don't I my the hard part with me when it comes to exactly like and is that's the because
Which one are you looking at when you said the hard part?
Joshua's he just posted it. The streamers can have such an effect and then they can push it to the side. Now some people will run on with those like that happened with the with Aura, that happened with Crystal, A, B, and C. But the is when it comes to popularity, I think popularity is extremely important. um
Well, Omar made a really good point.
yeah,
That's true. It scarce cards and the price of cards would make things a little bit hard. Yeah,
and
because
now
like a
yeah.
lot of people, if it's a really good card, they don't ever post it to sell.
Right. And
That's
then
true.
also Omar said consistency. I wouldn't say I mean, I guess you can say consistency. The reason why I said reoccurring skins is because like there's a very few skins like obviously Midas, Pilly, even give me some more Skull Trooper. They have a lot of different styles and they could
Mhm.
show up in every single set, which makes that collection even bigger. So I guess you can say consistency, Omar. But either way, I think that should go in the factor too, because if people do end up collecting, let's say Suki, right? And let's say in the next 2 years, Suki gets 4 more skins and she shows up in every set, that's going to make her even that much more important every time it drops, you know?
So this isn't fully based on price. It's more based on like price and demand together. I mean, demand and popularity.
We need more. I think we need more hit points, and then we need to come up with a point system
Yeah.
because because like I do agree, some of them, like for instance, like Lynx, right? We know what Lynx is. We know that she could possibly have a story here and there, but if we did a point system, maybe
She lacks.
she lacks something. You know what I mean?
Yep, she does. She lacks demand.
Yes, yes, 100%.
She hits almost all the points,
Yep,
but
yep.
her popularity has fallen off, but she lacks demand. And I don't want, so like there's skins in here I don't wear in game, but when we
Hmm.
create this list, like I try to pay attention to what I see over the years, price, and I try to take everything, and it's more of like a gut feeling, really.
Hmm.
But it's not just what you would wear in game because there's like 350 million people.
Hmm.
Um, so like,
Exactly.
yeah, it's you sometimes you have to take yourself out of it.
Exact. Oh yeah, 100%. Like that. Like I could want Lux as a girl because it's my card, but that has nothing to do with the market. It has nothing to do with collectability. That's just what I like.
Like, if you
You
notice,
know.
if you guys notice, we didn't put Lux in either of these.
Mhm.
Um,
And
but
that's
we
because I won't give my opinion on it. I won't give my.
we put Aura,
I mean, yeah,
and
of
I wear
course,
Aura.
yeah. It's just that I genuinely don't care if somebody
Yeah.
puts Lux there. If that happens, cool. But does it matter to me? Not really.
So Raven is an interesting one.
Raven's a great one. I don't care what nobody say.
It's
That
like
yeah.
it's not used that much, but they use it a shit ton of marketing. It is pretty OG. Um, it's an interesting one. I think it's fine. It's not one I collect, so it's hard for me to give too much opinion on it.
Mhm.
Um, but I'm not mad about it being up there because I know what people like.
Yeah, I think I see where Josh is going with fish deck. I've been thinking about that. I
See,
he's straddling the fence, but he is dead.
um, top see the polls are so.
Oh yeah.
I don't like to do the polls because a lot of people that we do these polls with, I don't know, they don't really think. A lot of people don't think very logically about it, and they always pull in. I was never able to pull this one. It's got to be this one. Like I saw
Mhm.
that so much. Like I've seen that in series one, series two, series three. Whatever the people didn't pull, they were
Mhm.
crying that it was super rare, and that's how it gets in there. So I don't. The poll is. I like what you're going with, like the point measuring versus just a poll.
Mhm. And yeah, like yeah, we have to create because the thing is like if
Yeah,
we
I think real quick. I think Hush
yeah,
is. I think we have to bring Hush down.
for sure we have to bring Hush down.
I agree with
Yeah.
this. This is one of my favorite ones. It was popular for a time.
Mhm.
It stopped hitting a lot of those.
Mhm.
So like she's not as popular as she was.
Yeah.
and she doesn't hit all these new criteria that have come out.
Yeah. And like for instance, if we come up with a true point system, right? Like a extensive, like a true point system, we all can talk about it. We can all build on that, and people can give, like, you can give those stars, and hopefully you'll be as unbiased as possible, because I think it'll be great for new collectors and collectors coming in, because it'll keep
Mhm.
growing. uh
So if you guys don't know, Dill trolls a lot, so be
Dill
careful.
Dill Dill is a troll, Josh. Just Joshua, just so you know. Um, I'll say this.
I mean, but we people want to hear our opinions too, don't they? I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know.
I'll say
We have
this.
to. Is there going to be like a gut factor?
It can be, but we have to be unbiased as possible. But we can say our opinion, but we have to be unbiased as
Yeah,
possible.
yeah, yeah. That's true.
And I'll say this: Autumn Queen would get whatever the point system would come. She would get her points based off of the hobby and the collector's love. And I don't know how much farther it goes other than that.
I
That's what
mean,
I'll
she
say.
only has the Facebook group love. I feel like
And I mean, that's uh
maybe she
that's
has aesthetics. Maybe.
yeah, aesthetic. It's a great looking card. So I don't know how far it goes. We'll get to that when we get there, but for sure. And then Omar says, um, characteristics thing. I like that. Yeah, that's dope. I like that a lot.
But I mean, if we do a point system, I mean, we can kind of figure out. I mean, I kind of want the community to help give us ideas, but the point system would be kind of obvious, wouldn't it?
No, it wouldn't. Like, I'll tell
At
you
least
what it.
story and popularity wise.
No, we have to have a point system, as in it has to be multiple point. Like, it has to be 7 to 10 points. When you have 7 to 10 points and you
Hmm.
start checking those boxes, it gets really interesting real quick. Like, so that's the thing. We have to figure out what those systems are, but it'll get interesting real quick. Like, if you go based off of a lot of skins will get a lore set storyline boost that wouldn't get that in the market in general.
Oh my gosh, I don't know why I don't know why Autumn Queen gets brought up in my YouTube so much. I swear.
there was I, Dale, you got Dale, you got to give a one for people buyer. I don't know how that'll play out long term. I mean, y'all know how me and Dylan feel about it, but at the same time, I just don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know anymore after what's happened with Ice King, but based off of what we've seen so far, that's the thing that's going to
Well,
help about the point system, because you can go check that box later on. You get what I
mhm.
mean? And that will boost it up. Oh,
My escape
sheesh.
world, my escape world is coming out here with some facts, guys. Facts. This is why, like, the whole point system, like, because when I first made my top 25, it's been like a year
Mm-hmm.
since I made my top 25 list that people liked, and like someone said, can we just do a point system so it can be done digitally, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it can like that way there's no human doing it. And then what about Black Knight?
I don't think
Because you
I don't.
you can't you can't give a point system because some stuff like outweighs other stuff.
But that's what the point system is for. Like, but Black Knight, based off of that's why we have to figure out the points, because Black Knight, his weight is based off the hobby, the market, and being OG. Now, does he check the storyline? Does he check those other things? No, but based off of demand, like if demand was one of those points,
Yeah,
it
but there, I mean, like there's some that would have demand that would get a point for that, but wouldn't hit the Black Knight level.
you said what?
There would be some things that would have demand, but not as much as demand that as Black Knight. So it's kind of
Mhm.
hard to give it 1 point for that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, no, the thing is,
Maybe,
he's the
maybe,
ultimate chase card. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like,
maybe that's what the gut factor has to be like. Maybe it's just like he doesn't have to go through the grading system,
yeah, I mean, if to me, he's in a class of his own. I've always said that. And that's not even being,
and you don't have to put it through a grading. You just kind of
yeah,
know,
yeah,
right?
that. Yeah, that's one,
Like
like,
you don't
in
need to know Michael Jordan's stats to know
exactly.
that he should
Yeah.
be. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, Black Knight one. That one's it's an interesting point. I don't.
You see, the thing is, is
I
like,
mean, what about? I mean, Royal Knight 2,
Mm-hmm.
OG,
Mm-hmm.
and aesthetic.
Because then it goes into that's when like
I mean, that's like that's like 2 points.
yeah.
And
Well, we see the thing is we
would she make it to a chase card?
well the thing is we don't have the point system yet. Once we
Yeah.
figure out the point system and exactly what goes into that and how that's built, then I think we'll have more of an understanding.
Yeah, I agree here. It's gonna be
Yeah,
I think it has to be more it's gonna be more complicated than just like checking a box.
for sure. Exactly.
It's like each point has to have like a scale.
Mm-hmm.
Like so like each area would have to have like 5 points. Like Black Knight would be 5 on demand, where
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know, Wild Card would be like a 2 on demand or 1 on demand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's still both we might have a demand. I don't know. It's gonna be a little complex here.
Yeah. And yeah, for sure. It's
Yeah, they definitely do. Yeah, like
yeah,
Guff.
yeah. Because like you think
He has
of
more
it.
weight. So in-game sweatiest is Renegade Raider. Renegade Raider is probably the most infamous skin and the rarest skin.
Mhm.
Period.
And Renegade Raider did make the list. She made it, and where did she make it, Dylan?
So she only was so low because people hate Renegade. They don't like Reloaded that much.
Right,
So she
right.
got nice to have.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this is going to be a Grail card in a
Mm-hmm.
10 one day.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it? How many? 2 hours in. All
Yeah,
right, episode whatever this is. Renegade Raider Reloaded is going to be a Grail card in a high grade.
for sure, Dale. I agree. I 1000% agree with that. Uh,
Sorry, I know you just clicked
okay. No,
something.
you good.
Real quick, yes, it's because Reloaded. Just to answer that. But I don't
Right.
think that's gonna. I think that's just a current stigma. I think Reloaded will have its day one day.
Yeah. See, okay, yeah, like I like what Omar is saying. He said, you can't say lore is equally weighted as aesthetic. 100% agree. Then he said, one could say 100% divided in lore, 10%, when it comes to popularity, aesthetic, etc. Yeah.
Because
So, yeah. Go
lore
ahead, Dylan.
plays into popularity.
Right.
I mean, one reason we care about lore is if it makes the skin more popular.
Matter of fact, I'll put maybe because of where we are, lore plays into potential and
Yes,
then popularity.
yes.
Like for instance, like you know how
The goal
yeah.
is popularity, which leads to demand.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Like,
So, and the lore helps that.
mhm,
So the
mhm,
lore would not be worth as much as popularity. Back to Renegade Raider real quick. This is a big factor also, but
yeah,
I have to say that in 5-10 years, this looks like a vintage card.
right, right,
So getting this in a 10 and there only being a few vintage Renegade Raiders adds to her. I don't know if it
mhm,
adds in anything else in Reloaded as much as her, but this skin isn't in any of the sets. It's going to be the
mhm,
oldest Renegade Raider, and
yeah,
it just fits the aesthetic so well.
yeah.
So slept on, in my opinion.
Joshua, yeah, for sure. Like that's what we're saying. We're gonna need. We want our community help to build this because I think it will be very valuable to collectors for coming in not so much about this is the standard the status quo, but how do you get to the point of understanding where cards go, not based off your PC, but based off of how the market approaches it,
Yeah,
and that's the difference.
I like that. Removing the outliers like Black
Yeah,
Knight, you can't really put through the system.
yeah.
Who else could you not put through the system? Peely. The demand is just so high.
They might, yeah, they might.
I
So
mean,
with
Peely
the
still hits a lot, but
yeah, like I think, like yeah, like Black Knight and Pilly might be the ones that literally are completely separate. So I guess we'll put that
and
in
I
that.
mean, like for like Aura, she doesn't hit a lot of the like lore stuff. It's just her
Uh,
popularity is so off the charts
mhm. Yeah, so that's why
and
that's
the aesthetics.
yeah, that's interesting. It's gonna be interesting trying to do this. I think we're gonna enjoy it for sure.
Enjoy it. This is gonna be like a fourth job for us. I'm.
Man, I love this type of stuff though because like it's like you're you're bringing logic to it and it
All right,
past your PC.
I don't agree with this, Joshua, because I think if a sweaty skin becomes a bot in game, that's when you know it's hit its height. It's hit its max popularity.
Mm,
Because then that skin is so popular that it was popular by the sweats, and it
agreed.
trickled all the way down to the kids who aren't even very good at the game.
Mm-hmm.
Aura has hit that. You
Mm-hmm.
do not know anymore if
Which
Aura is
would
gonna.
yeah.
You don't know
Yeah.
if he's gonna shit on you
Yeah.
or it's gonna be easy kill. And
Yeah.
like this happened. This happened to Black Ashton when we were playing creative the other day. We got two auras we were facing, and they were horrible. And
Yeah.
we thought they were gonna be good.
Yeah.
So that's like I think that's a good sign of them hitting like max popularity.
Exactly, Omar, and exactly like that's the thing. Like I agree with him. Like when it comes to mecha team leader and singularity, they'll knock some boxes or what, however we build the
Hmm.
system, but it's gonna be some things that they completely miss on that won't allow them to ascend to that next quote level or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, lower is important, but not radically higher. Like the only thing is like that. The reason why I do think we can have this system is because Dylan, we can come back. Like so, let's say something happens where that lore is not as important, and then something happens and changes that. Then you can come back and add to the point system.
Joshua Roa has he has some
Holy
you,
smokes!
you have some interesting takes. Eternal Night doesn't make any of my list, unfortunately, for my opinion.
I
I
mean,
know
I
it's a
don't.
tier
Yeah,
100 skin.
yeah, I don't agree with that, but yeah, I don't.
For
I
me,
don't. Yeah, that
it
one.
doesn't make my list on any. What does it hit?
Well, no, I'm talking about. I don't agree with.
Oh, you don't agree with him?
No, I don't agree with Eternal Light taking over Midas.
I don't think Eternal Night hits any of these lists up here, honestly. I know people are selling her for a lot, but that was one of the ones I knew people would sell for a lot that I didn't think would.
Yeah, Eternal Night has aesthetic. It's Eternal Night has aesthetic. She has it.
That's true. Eternal
Yeah.
Night does have aesthetics on card. I would say that
Hmm.
it does hit some points. It
Hmm.
does have aesthetics. But like for me, when I look at Fortnite cards, that's kind of how I played it. Like I sold on aesthetics and like I doubled down on popularity.
Hmm.
Um, it does hit the tier 100 list,
Yep, and
but
that has to be a separate thing because
yeah, that's
that does
true.
come into play. You
So,
know.
but it's not taking over Midas. There's
No,
no
no,
way.
no. I mean
I don't even have a
Midas.
Midas card,
I hate to
but
say it, Midas might be an outlier. The only outlier he wouldn't
hate
have
to
is
say
the
it, he is 100% going to be an outlier.
yeah, because the only thing that would not put him there, quote, would have been the fact that he's not a
Well,
series one or series two, but that doesn't matter. When you look at the boxes or whatever they may be, I mean, it's
so
hard to deny
I mean, Midas is the biggest outlier. I think Midas is more of an outlier than Black Knight.
for sure.
And
For sure.
here's why. Because Donald Mustard recorded himself talking about Midas, and he was talking about how much time they spent developing his character.
Mm-hmm.
Black Knight, they haven't really developed his character. That's just a really nostalgic skin. But Midas,
Not saying they won't, but
they
that
worked
hasn't
on
got there
that
yet.
design. They gave him glasses. They took glasses away. They worked on his personality. They
Mm-hmm.
would not be doing all of that if it wasn't developing a character and a persona. Do you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So they literally put a lot of work into Midas. So I don't think a random tier 100 skin is going to take Midas.
Yeah, and like, see, Joshua, this is why this. Oh, by the way, what's up, Kyrie? I'm glad you made it. Joshua, see, this is why I think the list and everything is important because when it comes to Midas is being graded because he's Midas. Like those cards are going through the pot
The dem-
because of
the
the
demand,
demand. Yeah,
yeah, the
yeah,
demand and the supply. So
yeah,
like this would be the demand, and this will be the supply.
yeah.
Eternal Night might be like like this.
And even if let's say that was the case, right? It's that doesn't take away what Midas means to the other boxes or whatever the case may be.
Hmm.
Like when it comes to storyline and all those type of things.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
true too.
right,
But like,
exactly. Yeah.
so here we get back to like pop and stuff like that. We do not know the pop on specific cards. So
Hmm.
like we had to just take. I think focusing on demand is what's most important.
Hmm. Yeah, this is gonna it's definitely gonna be. I think.
Did you write some of these down?
Yeah, yeah. I've been. I got the. Well, I at least have the log of when we talked about it, so we could go back through it. But yeah.
I know I'm never gonna go back to it. So we've got popularity is like an overarching.
Oh, you mean that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got that. I started writing
Okay,
those.
because I think there should be like five. I think this is how we should do it. There should be five grades, right?
Okay, well,
On a
so
on like either a 5 or 10 point system. One of those is popularity, right?
popularity.
And there's gonna be several points with it that play into the popularity.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be like lore. That would be like in game. That would be like, is it available in shop or is it available in battle pass?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. So like each category is going to have its own subcategories, and I think that'll help with like the percentages maybe.
Yeah. Would you be happier pulling a Midas ice or a drift ice? That I mean, if you're talking
Are
about series one drift, that
are you
doesn't. Yeah, that
um
I can't compare. I mean, it depends.
Midas? I'll
Yeah.
tell you, I'd rather pull a Midas. As a collector, I'd rather pull a Midas than a drift because I'm taking out. I don't really.
See, but that's like what David said. I can't compare those based off a series. I mean, based off the series. You know what I mean? Like it's,
I mean, I can. I just look at it as
but you just
collector as
don't
a
like.
whole.
You know, yeah, you don't like.
I like drift. He's just not a huge PC card for me.
Right, but what I'm saying is taking all those biases out. I
I'm
can't do
taking
it.
the money biases out. I'm taking out what
Not
everyone
even
thinks about Series 1 between Series 3.
not even just those. I'm talking about based off of the series separation. Like so you
Mhm.
like comparing series 3 to series 1 based off of everything. It's just hard to compare. You
I
know,
get that.
I wouldn't even compare
For
those.
Yeah, for me, it's easy. I rather like let's say put it like this instead of pooling. If someone offers you, hey, you can have a Midas or a Drift, which one are you
I'm
taking?
taking drift.
All right, I'm taking Midas.
Yeah. And that's just based off of preference.
So I hope that helped everybody. He takes Drift, I hate Midas. So that's
Yeah. Yeah.
if you were wondering if that ever happened to you, now you have to guess for yourself.
Yeah.
We didn't make it easier.
Yeah.
Drift and Drift. So it's Drift, but I'm taking Midas all day.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
see, I don't even think it's like a I put neither of them out, but I don't even think you can compare those. That's why it's hard. Like now, if they were in the same set, that's different.
I mean, there's all. See, this is the polling thing is different. It's like I'm trying to think. I never wanted like I never went out to buy a Black Knight,
Take you out of it though.
but I was excited to pull it.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like that's what I'm saying. Like if someone was like gonna offer me one, I don't know. I mean, those are all hypotheticals. Like, is that really gonna happen anyway? I don't.
Right. Like I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's too much of a hypothetical.
I mean, you can want drift all you want, but
No.
you also said the Eternal Night
See,
over
but no,
Midas.
but
So
here's the Dylan. This is what I was getting at. If
mhm.
Midas was in series one with
Yeah,
Drift, I'm taking Midas. You
no,
get
I
what I
hear
mean?
you.
Like
Yeah,
that's why it's hard. It's like it's complete. The dynamic is just weird.
I guess I'm just saying that I think Midas has so much potential that it outweighs drift, even though it's in Series 3. But that's just my personal
Yeah, nah,
opinion on
yeah.
them.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so coming back to points. Yeah, yeah, coming back to points. So popularity. I think this would be
So we have lore.
lower.
Like, does it show up in lore?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Used in game by casuals.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then is it used in game by sweats?
Would that be popularity in general?
Yeah. So these are all under popularity.
Yeah, okay.
So you
Got you.
add up
So you're
you
yes.
add up all these points, and it'll get you your popularity score.
So you're helping them understand how you get to that. Got you.
So like you
Okay.
have to vote. Was it in lore? Do casuals play with it? Do sweats play with it? You add up all those to get you a score for popularity, and
Mm-hmm.
then we go on to like aesthetics. Like is it the USA shard? Is it the Italy shard? Stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Got you. Yeah.
Um, is it the gold versus like the
Yes.
orange for
Oh,
this?
yeah.
We can do all those under each categories. So we need aesthetics as a category.
You see what Omar said? I agree. I think so. 100%. I think that's important.
Yeah, that. Oh, so that goes under pop. I think that goes under popularity.
Well, popularity, in-game popularity and card popularity should be separate.
No, I think it adds to the popularity score. So
Okay.
under the popularity score, there's lore, in-game use for
Hmm.
casuals, in-game use for sweats, card community, demand. Let's say demand.
Hmm.
for card community, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we say because we already have it in game. Because we already have in game for casual and in game for
Mm-hmm.
sweats. So we'll just add card community demand
Yeah.
for under popularity, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we have aesthetics, we have popularity. Anything else? Are we going to go into pop reports?
What do you got? I don't know on that one. That's a hard.
Here's what I want to say. What if we did like a gem rate, total graded divided by number of tens?
Hmm.
Because that like Ice Queen has 2 tens, but like
Mm-hmm.
29s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that means those tens are gonna be worth a lot more. That plays into something. But I guess that's only if you're worried about graded
Right.
cards.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So
Yeah. There are cards. Yeah. Yeah.
we have aesthetics and popularity. What else?
So we got aesthetic, popularity. I'm trying to think of the best things to put. Hmm.
Do we take like number of eBay sales? Do we take high sales?
I say there's a way to take high sales. We have to figure out how, like we have to have like it has to be it's hard to tell. Like for instance, we've seen what like with Drift, right? We've seen what Drift has done in the past month or so, and they've been major sales. Does it always have to look like that? You get what I mean? Like what does it have to look like on a consistent basis for that to be factored in?
Okay, no pop reports.
Yeah.
I mean, I just like the gem rate, but I think that's just a different. I think that's just a collector mindset in general. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
that might just be a collecting strategy.
Mm-hmm.
The gem rate percentage
Yeah.
instead of like grading the cards.
Yeah. And Black Ash said some cards don't sell though.
Oh, tier
Tier
one.
100, yes.
Does that go under popularity? That goes under something else? What was that?
Um, that will
Does,
go under.
oh, I like. How about this? Collectible strategy. Like the
Okay.
Frozen set has a collectible strategy.
Collectible straight. Yeah, it's like a subset. Yeah.
So would you say like strategy maybe?
Um.
So we have aesthetics, popularity, and do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
we can change the name of it, but let's just put collectible
because
strategy at this point or something
yeah,
like
because
that.
yeah, okay.
Strategy, collectible
Because
strategy.
like if there's a reason that people are chasing these cards, it's gonna make the value go up. Like if
Yeah.
everyone wants the 9 ice cards, the
Hmm.
Frozen set. I mean, if they want the Frozen set,
Yeah.
like if you have something like that, they should get points for that.
Yeah. We're staying away from pop reports. I agree with that because that's always going to come into play of how many is going to be available based off of how many sets is being built or anything like that that'll come into
Hmm.
play. So I think that's a good one.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure. And here's the other thing: are we talking when we do these cards? Are we just
mhm.
talking about the skins in general,
What you mean?
or are we talking about like are we basing this only on cracked ice, or
None.
just the card itself?
The card itself,
Because like Renegade Raider from Reloaded is a great card and
right?
it beats the base of a lot of other cards,
So
but it
yeah,
can't really stand up to the cracked ice.
exactly. So if she can't, the thing is, unfortunately, she's kind of pigeonholed. She'll get
So
points.
maybe under aesthetics, we have like parallel, right?
Hmm.
Parallel types, right? Because she loses on
Yes.
that.
Right. Right. 100%.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I think we are bundling a lot in
Ooh,
popularity.
Black Ass pull ability.
Ye-
Mm,
Pullability pot. It's possible. I don't know.
but
It.
we can't. That goes into the base because I think shards and hollows have all the same pull rates. I do like what you said about uncommon versus legendary.
Mhm.
Does that matter?
Like so, if it out like so,
I
you
think
mean?
I think it does in the fact that people like to have a legendary card. Just
Mhm.
as collectors, they like to go after that. So that should go under strategy.
Um, I
So we'll say card rarity.
I like what Omar said. Like comic appearances should be like a separate category because that's being built
So
differently.
we don't say lore then.
Well, no, we say lore, but you know how you can follow the game and not have to follow the comics, but you know is so I
So
think
is lore its own category then?
yes,
All right,
lore.
so lore is not under popularity then.
Oh no, you had lore under popularity. No, lore is its own.
Okay, so we
Yeah,
have aesthetics, popularity, strategy, and lore so far.
yeah, and then you have I think comic appearances
So
should be
comic
its own.
appearance,
Yeah,
no, comic appearance would be under lore
yeah, but
because that's if it's in the comic, it's lore.
of course, yeah, but I was just trying to make sure that. Well, yeah, that's a whole nother semantics thing that they're technically separate lore. They're technically two separate lores that come together. But yeah, we
It's
can go
all
with
it's
that.
all story. It's all kind of like story. Because I
Yeah.
think under lore we can put comics. If shows come out, we can put that. I think we
Mm-hmm.
can put Twitter, like
Mm-hmm.
the little Twitter things that happen, like the stories that Fortnite releases on Twitter, like the drift story.
Yeah.
Like the little comic shorts they did. What about is that under popularity? Fan bases,
Fan bases.
like
Fan bases.
online fan bases.
Mm-hmm. Um.
Does like where would you put that? Would you put that under popularity or is
Yeah, I guess, and I get like you know how Omar was saying, it's a lot in popularity, but I guess popularity with those subsectors will bring the most
it's
points.
gonna get
Yeah.
one score,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
So yeah. Yeah, you could put that in there.
Popularity, yeah, it's gonna what's gonna make or break. You're either gonna get a low popularity score, or you're gonna get middle or a high.
Yeah. What about Wayne's Proto Renegade? Does that boost Renegade? No, because it's
Those are gonna be outliers.
yeah, those are
All the
outliers.
prototypes will be outliers. Strategy, we can put promos.
Character popularity and game fan base, yeah, and then yeah, yeah. So you see what here you go. Put that up there. Another interest.
Joshua made a good point about appearance on packaging. Yeah, and then my skateboard followed up with merchandise.
Yeah.
So let's say there's lore, aesthetics, popularity, strategy, marketing.
Yes, marketing is important.
So
Super.
marketing will be its own
Yeah, super important.
its own. So
Um,
we're up to 5 main categories now.
yeah. Black Ash, that is interesting, by the way. um, appearance on the packaging should count then.
That's true, Black Ash. This is kind of like this goes into aesthetics. They probably
Mhm.
these cards are going to go high on aesthetics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the marketing one. Um, what's Mew? Renegade Raider only appears on a keychain. I don't know. Oh, for like I don't know for like merchandise.
Huh.
She's
But and that's the thing. That's why this is gonna be good because Renegade's weight is obviously besides being like an OG sweat skin type thing, it comes, with the comics and the lore.
the problem with Renegade is she's such an outlier too. Like
She's no longer is she though with the lore of the comic books. That I agree with you. But are you talking about based off the cards?
I no, I'm just saying like that character is so interesting because of how infamous she is in game.
Right. Right.
Like it's hard to put her anywhere because like when I fought one like yesterday, and like even I was like, oh shit, it's a Renegade Raider.
Yeah.
Even me is like, oh shit,
Hmm.
here we go. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah, iconic. Yeah.
iconic.
Hmm.
Oh, I like the word iconic. Would that
Iconic.
go into a popularity?
Yeah, because like for instance, like
Okay, I like that. Is it iconic? There's only a few
it's
that are
very few.
iconic.
Very few.
Skull Trooper, Ghoul Trooper,
And
Black
my
Knight,
yeah.
Renegade Raider,
Yeah, and I mean, and Midas.
Bright Bomber is iconic.
Yes, Bright Bomber is very iconic. Very iconic.
Is Midas iconic?
Yes.
I'm trying to think. Iconic. I don't know why. I just feel like the Series One cards hit those like iconic.
Well, are you talking
That's
about iconic just in the market, or are
like
you talking about?
iconic for Fortnite. Like that's
Yeah,
iconic Fortnite.
yeah,
I don't know
Midas.
if Midas for the gamers.
No, what you wait? What you
Yeah,
mean?
I don't know. I was just trying to think through it. Iconic.
Yeah,
I'm a big Midas pro. I'm just trying to think, is he iconic?
Yeah.
Because he's like a whole separate like
If he hits all the boxes,
he's like a whole separate generation. That's why it's throwing me. Like
mm,
all the other iconics are in a different generation of Fortnite.
yeah. But that's what
But we're
made
already in
Midas
series 3, so
interesting.
maybe he is
Yeah.
iconic.
Hmm.
Renegade Raider is iconic, but Lex is not. Yes, Lex is not iconic.
Right.
I don't think.
Exactly, though.
Yeah, new school iconic. Yeah. I mean, Bright Bomber, Skull Trooper, and Ghoul Trooper, and those for some reason those feel more iconic to Fortnite. I don't know why. Maybe OG
Mm.
is what I'm thinking. Does OG get put into it,
It has to.
or is that iconic?
Well, I guess yeah. That's the confusing part about it.
Yeah, that's what's confusing me because Midas isn't really true OG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think OG is different because you can be iconic to Fortnite
Yeah.
and you can be OG and not iconic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I'm
Jonesy's definitely iconic. It's just
yeah,
yeah.
and we had that whole OG debate before.
Yeah. It's definitely yeah.
I'm
Like
gonna put
it's
OG in there because I think it can be OG and not iconic.
for sure. For
So
sure.
I'm putting
Yeah.
OG separately to iconic. I think the iconic should only be hit by like
It's a select few.
a select few.
It's a very select few.
Yeah. So we have marketing, lore. We have marketing, aesthetics, popularity, and strategy, and lore.
Now, here's the thing. Also, I want y'all can understand how popular some skins are by reading the comments on Twitter and YouTube. Trust me. Like it is crazy to me where it was times where I'm sitting there and I'm like I didn't even think that this card would be, I mean not this card, the skin is this popular. It's interesting. That's how I try to round out my thoughts. Like I just try to look at the comment section, see what pops up very often, and because I'm telling you, the Twitter sphere of Fortnite is a lot different than I would expect. Trust me.
So I'm thinking we do a 5 point scale
Hmm.
within. So like under popularity, right? The for like OGness is a
Hmm.
5 point scale.
Hmm.
All right. And then
Hmm.
once we add it all up,
Hmm.
because like you can be kind of OG. That way we don't have to say yes or no.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, I get what you getting at, Omar.
yeah.
For sure, because like we both, though, especially the way we love the comics and the storyline, we both view that like that transition from skin to character is
It's
major.
amazing.
Is major.
What skins is season 1?
Oh,
See,
every day, like yeah.
everyone cares so much about this, and I used to.
Hmm.
I don't care that much about all Jonesy's reskins.
Yeah.
Do you?
I think it's if somebody wanted, see, the way I look at it is I agree with you. Only way I
I
see
think it
it
kind
is
of takes it away from the character.
yeah, only way
They
I
have
see
less
it,
development.
right. The only way I see it is like collectability wise. If somebody wanted to use that as a collectible aspect, then it's
Hmm.
there. Like that's you get what I mean? Like it's certain things that's available for you to collect in masses and have a unique collection. Other than that, is is one of those things where Jonesy is kind of everywhere. I mean, he has
Yeah.
well over 50, you know, reskins or appearances, if you want to say.
You said you're just curious who else he's in.
Oh, David is like,
Uh, I
he,
mean, technically he's Skull Trooper.
yes, he's Skull Trooper.
Just like Gold Trooper is Ramirez.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, he could be like a million of these people. Um,
if
I
you
can't
look
even.
at this, so let's see.
Is he
I don't know if
is
he's
he
married no.
Dyer?
No. Oh, yes, he is Dyer.
He's
Yes,
Dyer,
he's
right?
Dyer. Yep.
And he turns into a wolf. So yeah, I agree.
I don't know for sure, but that one I don't know.
I mean, pretty much the theory was like he was like all these people. I mean, yeah, we don't know for sure, but
Yeah.
that's what's the beauty of Fortnite. It
Hmm.
could change in a heartbeat, depending on what Donald Mustard wants to do. But I mean,
Uh,
I like the skins that can improve. I mean, I'd be much more interested in the like Agent Jonesy that's going to be coming out in
Yes,
Series 4
yes, Angel. Yeah,
at 2 hours and 30 minutes. Quote this: Agent Jonesy will be in Series 4.
for sure.
Um, that that would be an interesting card. Um, I mean, there's Reloaded. There's the Reloaded Jonesy Recruit, which I think
Hmm.
has potential.
Um,
I think the authentic Jonesy is more important than the reskin versions of Jonesy's, in my
yeah.
opinion.
I just think like I the only way I see that is just like I said, like that would be a dope collection to have if you tackle that.
Yeah,
Like, other than that, yeah, it's because Jonesy
like
is
all the
so many.
bears, all
Yeah,
the team
exactly.
leaders. That would be kind of
Yeah.
cool.
Omar said unpopular opinion, Bunker Jonesy is one of the most important Jonesy related skins. Yes, like after Agent Jonesy and stuff, he's definitely up there. He's
Yeah,
definitely, yeah.
he was super important in game.
Hmm.
Like you could talk to him and he knew stuff about the 0 point that none of us knew about yet. Um,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, those loading screens, they're telling stories in all those loading screens, and there's one for Bunker Jonesy.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if that's unpopular
See,
opinion.
Dylan, this is funny. Like Dill's theory, like that's what is being missed. He was good, like he was going like Jonesy is a recruit, like one of the main recruits. So like when he gets these
Hmm.
reskins and stuff, he was going in and out of these realities and recruiting. Like he was, it's a lot deeper than people think.
Yeah, but when they first started the game,
Yeah.
they had a female body, they had a male one,
Hmm.
and then they based the skins off of those and just changed it.
Yeah.
Once the story actually took off, once the game took off, like they didn't know Fortnite was going to be this big. They might have hoped, right? But
Yeah.
I think they just
They
were able to.
prepared they prepared for the best. I'll give Fortnite their credit for that. They didn't
Mhm.
know it was gonna pop this way because a lot of things had to happen, but they prepared for this. Like if you watch some of them earlier interviews, like this was the preparation for that. Like them doing the major pivot of having a dark Resident Evil looking game and making it have it this, this cartoon aesthetic, this light aesthetic, so people could play it longer, so people can, unfortunately, if you look at it psychologically, be more addicted. They were prepping for a good amount of time, and I think, like Dylan said, I don't think they knew it was gonna be this big, but they knew something for sure.
Blonde girl in series 2.
Oh, he's talking about the one that we thought was gonna be in a set and wasn't. Uh
Which blonde
she was
girl?
actually she was actually sweaty for a minute. She got the tan pants with the red top. I forgot her name. She was sweaty for a short in like season 9, I think. Hold on, I'll get it for you.
God, I cannot. Yeah, send it to me because I
Yeah.
cannot for the life remember.
Pull up the hobby box for series 2. Is it the hobby? No, it's not the hobby box. It's the value box.
Oh,
Look,
I hate that skin.
she was popular for a minute.
No, yeah, she was popular for me. I never
Yeah,
cared for it. 3.99. No, thank you.
yeah, yeah. This is gonna be interesting.
I mean,
Now,
I like where we're going with this. It
uh,
feels more,
yeah.
and we can explain it on the site. We can put it up there with the ranking. Um,
Hmm.
which ones are we showing on the site? Like, how many of these skins are we going to be doing this through?
We'll do whether it's a handful or we'll do 10 a week and just try to get it as in depth as possible. Like, and maybe revisit it every, have that go through the voting process. Omar had a good point, going through the voting process, within 2 to 3 weeks, but kind of having them seen each week and then breaking those down,
I
once
mean,
it's
I guess
over.
every week we can like have like a little segment,
Hmm.
and we can be like, "Yo, guys, this is what we updated.
Yeah.
Tell us what y'all think. We added 10 more cards. Let's talk about them."
Yeah. Cause like having this as a community, I think does way more good than just straight opinions without factoring in a whole
I
lot of
mean,
different
just so you
things.
guys know, agree or disagree with this list, this is tons better than what Beckett was giving us.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to improve on what already is improved on.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think having everybody help us with this is a
Yeah.
good idea.
You guys have like a top. Yeah.
Here's my. But do we care which series it came out of, or do we care like what the top 10?
Well, it's more so what to start with, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that, like,
Well,
cause
because
those.
it seemed to me like you wanted it separated. Do we want like series one?
I get what you're saying.
Like, do we want series one and have 10, 15, then series two, or do we want them
No,
mixed
I
in?
I, I want to mix because it like the thing is collectors can judge the value based off of what they're willing to pay. It's just based off of like I feel like
I feel like we're doing a Beckett grading system. Like, we're gonna have the card on here. It's gonna have the points.
yeah, like it's gonna be interesting to say the least. Yeah, like so for instance, like I like some Omar made my mind go somewhere with this. Like you can pull like once we start building this list, you can pull those 30 cards and show what they are, and then you still have the full list. You get what I mean? Like it's like once you start seeing how these play out, you'll understand how what the top 30 or top 10, and you'll be able to judge it for yourself as well.
Man, this is gonna be like a gold mine of information for you guys.
Yeah, yeah, like cuz like like and then like it'll be able to be highlighted. Like so for instance, let's just hypothetically, let's just say you know how we have our consistent, community in here, my escape world, everybody, all those people, right?
Hmm.
If somebody came in and was like, I seen the list A, B, and C, have y'all paid attention to this? The community will talk about it. The
Yeah,
community talk about it. We'll go through the point system. We'll go through the A, B, and C and see, and see where it falls, unbiasedly.
no, I like that. I like that a lot. All right, well, we'll work on that list. I think we'll.
Yeah,
I think that's enough information on the categories, and I
yeah.
guess next week, hopefully, we can test this out.
So here's another thing. Help us with this. Like put some cards or skins in there that y'all want us to talk about in the comment section. Y'all can DM us. Y'all can do whatever, and then me and Dylan would kind of scoop those into next week and kind of talk about those.
Oh yeah, I like that. So once this video is over, go into the comment section, and
As many as you want. We'll just filter through it.
or how about we have you post the top 5 cards
Uh-huh.
that you want us to
There you
to
go.
to
Yeah.
run through the grading system.
Uh-huh.
I like that. We're gonna have to call it like High Grounds
Yeah.
card rating or something. Our rated system.
We still gotta go. We still have to do a lot with the like. This is so fresh. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's so much to go. But yeah, I think this is great.
And do you guys? So like, I started adding pictures. Do you guys want pictures with them, or do y'all just want it done with like the text?
Yeah.
Yo, yeah, we'll have to break the.
Yeah.
We'll post like the ratings.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not gonna. I'll post the ratings for each category, but we're not gonna like do a write up of each reason why. Y'all have to catch the recaps for that.
Right. Like that.
That's
I
just
guess
gonna be too
so.
much text.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So we'll post it, but if you want to know exactly what went into the score, we'll go over each one Fridays, if that makes sense.
Technically,
Yes, I do know Jonesy's tattoo on his right arm. It's the same tattoo that Ramirez has, and all of the base recruits have, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Um, Let me see if I can pull that up.
Hey, wait. Hold on. Omar said techie suggestion thumbnail or list and show on mouse hover or on demand.
Yeah, I'll come up with something
Yeah.
to show it. I'm just not going to post like our whole like write up of why we went for each one.
Yeah.
So you're talking about this, right?
Yeah. That
This is
recruit.
so it says Storm Chaser on his arm. So
Mm-hmm.
like when they for all the characters in the game had this at first.
Mm-hmm.
We still don't know too much, but I think this is just the emblem that they got when they became recruits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I think if a character has this, I would go as far to say they're probably part of the IO at some point.
Yeah.
But that's why the what do you call it? The army tags are kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is Jonesy.
Yeah, that's Recruit Jonesy.
Yeah, Recruit Jonesy, which you can find in Reloaded. But that's why I'm interested in Renegade Raider because she has army tags too,
Yeah,
and that's why
yeah,
I think that she might have been part of the IO.
got
So
you.
you,
Yeah.
if you guys look up the definition of renegade,
Mm-hmm.
it's literally someone who betrays an organization.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I don't think we've seen the last of Renegade Raider in the comic books.
Not at all.
Um, I think once she gets back to her homeworld, she remembers everything. Her
Mm-hmm.
homeworld might even be where they started. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think she went against them and they put her in the loop, or she got stuck in the loop.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Ooh, this is a good
I asked for
question.
a favorite low tier skin for Series 3. Oh my goodness. I think all of my favorite skins is low tier.
When you say
Yeah.
low tier, you mean like in
I guess it
rarity
I guess
or
it
lowly? Just
oh
low.
yeah, Kari clarify that. That's a good question, Dylan.
Are you saying like uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, or are you saying
Yeah.
um lowest demand?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah. Some of my
I would have said. I would have said. You know, every time I lowest demand, like Kuno, it's
yeah,
probably one
you
of my
like yeah.
favorite.
Oh,
That
skins that people don't talk about all the time. Yeah.
Kuno, all right, Kuno
Yeah.
by far is like a
It's like a
popular.
ticking time bomb. You've been waiting to say that.
Like, come on now, like Kuno. I mean, I'm not gonna go too much into it in mine. Kuno's
No, get
underrated in
into
my.
it. Go ahead.
It's just Kuno is underrated in my opinion. It's getting reskinned so much because
Yeah.
it's used a lot.
Yeah.
It's got the blaze form, the fire form. It has the new white style.
Yeah.
It's a sweet looking skin. It's awesome card. It's blue. It hits all those points, and it's only 30 or 25 to 30 bucks on eBay.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
Yeah, my favorite out the set is Terror. That's my favorite. I have a lot of like Dylan said, I have a lot of favorites in Series 3. Series 3 checklist is like really, really good.
Okay, I'm gonna explain this real quick. So Omar, the only thing that besides the battle pass, right? The battle pass doesn't count, but like in the shop, if you get a skin from shop,
hmm
the rarity is the price.
The price of with V
So
Bucks.
if it's 2,000 V bucks, it's a legendary skin.
hmm
If it's 1,500 V bucks, it's an epic skin.
hmm
If it's 1,200 V bucks, it's a rare skin. And then if it's 800 V bucks, it's uncommon.
Yeah.
So it's only about the price of the V bucks.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So when when Panini makes they're just basing it off of the shop. That's the
Yeah.
only reason. That's why the superheroes are legendary because they
hmm
were 2,000 V bucks. The only reason they were 2,000 V bucks was because you could customize them 1,000,000,000 different ways.
Right. The value in it.
Because
Yeah.
that's a lot of
Yeah.
value. That was like five
hmm
skins you got because you could change it however you want. So they made it 2,000 V bucks. Then
Yeah.
they became legendary. So that's why I try to tell people like don't pay too much attention to that legendary
Yeah.
rating, you know. But
Oh, My Skateboard Kid Bash is a great one.
so what was the first Fortnite character inside of a comic?
It was Bright Bomber
And what was
and Kid
second?
Bash. and Kid Bash. Yeah.
So that Kit is an issue, and people like that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do Kit. Kit's gonna have to go
Kid's
on
a
the
kid.
list.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see that. We're gonna have to see how he plays out.
Oh, you meant from series one?
Oh, series one. Oh,
Ooh, but you still didn't
yeah.
answer the question.
Who? Mine? Me?
No, him. He didn't answer the question. Of like, are we talking about? Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did. He answered it. Yeah. He
Oh, yeah.
said,
People that don't talk about all the time.
yeah.
Okay. Series one.
Mine's is Deadfire.
Mine is
Mine's is Deadfire.
Blue Squire. Blue Squire is mine. I wore Blue Squire for so much, and no one talks about Blue Squire, even though he's a knight. Let's see. A long
Patrick Trevor's a
term,
nice
will
one.
Series 3 hulls even have value with how many released?
100%. Yes.
Yeah, they'll have value. Just
Yeah.
it probably won't be crazy.
It won't look the way you think it'll look, but 100% it'll have
Yeah,
value.
go look at sports cards
Yeah.
and go look at the pop reports on those. Go look at Luca hollows
hmm
and how many were graded.
It's very low still. Is it? The Fortnite cards is very, very low.
Yeah, yeah, extremely low. You thought it was related? Yeah, no. I mean,
Yeah.
so the I think in the battle pass it goes like it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Like the battle pass, the tier 100 skins are always legendary,
And
but
then it's like, what is it? The neck, the pretty much
I
all of
think
them
it's
is epic.
random.
And it, wait, I'm trying to remember now. That's a good
I have to
question
go back and look. They keep changing. Like sometimes they make like level 70 skins legendary. I don't know how they do the
because
battle pass ones.
from what I know off the top of my head, we definitely have to look. I thought it was like mainly epic, and then it was like legendary. But you're right, is at least two of them might be legend.
No, I've
It's
seen this
yeah,
definitely. There's definitely a couple that are legendary, even now in like the last few.
yeah.
To acquire via challenges. That's like the battle pass is just like gaining levels. It's actually easy to get level 100 now.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but like most of the skins for like legendary are in the item shop and they just cost 2,000. That's why Cuddle Team Leader doesn't get played with a lot because it
Mhm.
costs 2,000 V
2000.
bucks.
Right. Right.
That's a lot of V bucks. All right,
Mhm.
Cuddle Team Leader is expensive.
Mhm.
Another one,
And we have to factor in that the prices have been the price slashed for V-Bucks maybe a year ago now. It used to be even more expensive. Like,
yeah, it
that
used so back when Cuddle Team Leader came out, she was even
yeah.
more expensive.
Yeah.
So that's true.
Mancake's a good one. I like Mancake.
Yeah, I can't stand Man Cake, but
Really?
yeah, I don't. Well, it's not that I can't stand him. It's just he does
Mm,
nothing for me really.
mm.
But yeah, he is in
Have
Fall
you
Guys.
do
He
you
is in the crossover.
can you not look outside your favorite skins?
No, I can. I'm just
Like,
saying I personally don't like him.
yeah, like what is outside of your favorite skins that you enjoy? Like that you enjoy based off of like what is something that you don't wear or that you know that you enjoy that's not like,
Guff.
your mate. And what else?
Guff is one. I'm trying to think. I like Lexa a little bit.
Mhm.
Let me see what else I don't wear. I mean, I don't wear Blue Squire
'Cause
anymore. Does that?
the hard part is that all yours is popular. That's the hard
It
part.
is hard
Yeah,
because my
yeah,
favorite ones are
that's
popular.
yeah.
Yeah, like all the cards I like are popular. It's
Mm,
let me think. Let me think. Besides Guff, is Guff popular? I guess.
yeah. But no, he's not the popular that yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
there's a card that I like that shit, I don't even know the name. Let me pull it out. Like this is a skin that is not popular at all, and I made sure to get it in every type.
Mhm.
But it's not like a meme skin.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it here. I have way too many cards.
Some
What about you? What are you just saying that that's for me? Because I guess you like a lot of skins that
yeah,
aren't
yeah,
popular. I've
I
noticed that. That's
yeah.
what I like about your collection.
Yeah, that's is
I'm
like
jealous.
but you know what though? For some reason sometimes those become fairly popular in the market. It makes it interesting.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, here she is. I have her ice somewhere, but I'll show you this one.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's an underrated one for sure. That's a
No,
super underrated.
no one wears this skin.
Yeah. You know one that I like that I know you like as well? Scully.
Oh
I
yeah, I
like
do like
Scully a lot.
Scully.
Yeah.
Um, I really wanted her purple version,
Mhm.
and like I was waiting for it for like months, and then they released it as like an Xbox.
Yeah, I like the shadow version.
Yeah, I have the shadow too, but that
Yeah.
purple one looked really good. Yeah, the low tier cards are really cool. They're also super popular because they were cheap.
Here,
So they're only 800 V bucks.
there you go.
There was some skins that were actually difficult to get,
Mhm. Wander.
but it's not based on being legendary or not.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's a hard that comparison really doesn't translate
Yeah,
well.
it doesn't translate to the rarity of the card.
Yeah.
Galaxy, the promo set, that
Yeah.
one was hard to get.
Mhm.
You had to
Mhm.
have it. You had to play it on a Galaxy phone.
I tried to finesse that drink so much, bro.
That's how you got that skin. You literally had to play Fortnite on that phone.
Sh-
So
Shout out to Fortnite taking forever to download. I tried to go to the store and download Fortnite and
on the
get the
phone
drink.
and do
Yeah,
it.
it was taking forever, bro. Like, I'm like, because I'm definitely not gonna have a Galaxy phone.
Gold Peely, you had to get
Yeah,
to level 300. I play Fortnite a lot.
and listen,
If Gold
that
Peely,
was no. Trust me.
I tried.
That was the hardest grind ever. Like
I don't
that
know
was
what it
like
was about that season, but like
that
getting
was like
levels was hard.
it was like equivalent to trying to get to like level 800. Like if from free, it was ridiculous, bro. That was a hard one for sure.
Yeah. There's a couple. What's the one where you had to get the like the bites?
Oh, I know you're talking about. What was that? I can't remember.
If gold Peely is printed in isn't onto, I mean it definitely has the potential to be.
Yeah,
It has the. I don't know what it will do in the card market,
it would do something along the lines of what Midas is
but
doing, in my
all
opinion.
all gamers know
Yeah,
how hard gold Peely was.
that was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
Like all gamers know.
Yeah, Eon was an Xbox exclusive, Xbox One exclusive. Yeah,
I mean, some of there's secret skins, but were those hard? It really depends.
yeah.
Like
Singularity,
aim was a secret skin.
singularities was more annoying than hard.
Which what? Yeah, I didn't get hers.
Yeah,
What?
that was you had to get the helmet.
See,
You had to
because
get the helmet
back in the
around it.
day, like I didn't like look up the because they change how you look at challenges every season. So
Mhm.
sometimes it's like I don't even want to figure out how to do the missions.
See, yeah, because like yeah, like the secret back then, like the secret, like the update was major. Like that was like mid-season update, like which
Hmm.
it is now, but it was a lot more profound back then because of how hard it was to chase, or just what was coming. Like the storyline wasn't the factor, it was just more of the rarity of the skin back then.
Yeah.
Diamond Diva's a nice one, and she has
See,
like a sharp print on her fantasy
Diamond
vote.
Diva was popular when she came. She's one of those bundles that took off. Some bundles take off, some
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
She definitely took off. Did she stick around? Not
No,
really. She
no.
didn't really stick.
But she still has a couple people that couple that a small base that runs with her. But yeah, it's not the same way.
That could be up there in terms of the cards you just mentioned, like Gold Peely.
Oh, jeez, I would have to. Doctor Sloan,
Are we doing this? One second, let me pull up Fortnite. You guys are.
Doctor Sloan Foundation. Uh,
Oh, Doctor
um,
Stone's a good one. Foundation. What about some older ones that
older ones. Okay,
I'm pulling up Fortnite right now, so I'm going to
yeah,
remember. Um, Talking about OG Sparkle Specialist.
underrated. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You know,
That's
I
one.
think I think I think it's interesting. I think it's because she's so OG, but
Yeah.
there's so many other ones that outshine her,
Hmm.
like Renegade Raider and Black Knight, that people just don't
You know
realize.
when you
They
know
don't
when
realize
she
how OG she is.
and when she died off. Remember when they added Sparkle Supreme into
Yeah,
what was that season
because
X?
that's the one
Yeah.
that I have, and I
Yeah.
thought I had Sparkle Specialist. Because it's kind of
Yeah.
confusing. That's why I didn't really like Season X that much.
Yeah.
Um, and was my girl Rox in Season X? I can't remember. Or was she
Season.
9 or 8? No, not
She
8.
was a
Nine or
eight. She
9 or
was she
10.
was 9 or 10. I can't remember.
See, that's what. Let me see if I can move my. There we go. Oh, the one the skin I'm wearing right now.
Oh, is yeah, Isabel. Isabel.
This will be a big card in my opinion.
Yep.
100% will be a big card. Uh, let's start at the bottom here. The anime skins will be big.
Anime skins will be huge.
Um,
Oh, what's her name? What's the new Renegade?
this one.
Skeletara.
I
That's
mean,
that's gonna be a good aesthetic skin.
it's gonna be
Not
a
so
good
much.
aesthetic, but it didn't really like the concept was played out, so it didn't really
Mm,
stick too long. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
But that's what we be talking about with the reskins.
Yeah, but it doesn't take away from the originals. Just some of
No,
the
yeah,
reskins, like
exactly.
Peely Bone. Like the
Yeah,
whole community is crazy after Peely Bone, but it's not the same thing as Peely, and I think people need
right.
to understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't think I like her, but she's not gonna
Yeah.
pop off. Um,
Uh,
Man, I want this skin bad, but I think I'm the only one. I really like that
mm.
one.
That one,
Um,
that arc is popular.
this arc is way
Yep.
more popular
Than the
than the
original.
white, yeah, than the
Yep.
original.
Yep.
I don't know why, but she is
I mean, the thing is, the other one was too bulky. It was too bulky.
because of
Like,
the dress, right?
yeah, yeah.
This one, I
Yes,
think this one will be
yeah.
popular, for sure. Let's see. Like look how many times they
She's
reskinned this
already at
one.
like she's at like 5 now, right?
She
Close to 5.
reskinned so quickly because like when did
Yeah,
she come out? Where's I have to go back higher. They reskinned her so quickly.
yeah,
And they gave this one out for free.
yeah.
This was a free skin. People just like this one. Um, Let me see. The tuna
That
fish.
tuna fish.
Tuna fish got super popular, so that would be a good one.
Hold on.
Possibly.
That robot one is a new nice one.
Which robot
Right
one?
above with the arms.
Oh yeah,
Southpaw.
this would be like an aesthetic one maybe.
Yep. Yep, aesthetic.
Sloan.
Dr. Sloan for sure. Not that the
Oh,
original.
did I get an edit style for this? I guess not.
Not yet.
This was the new crew pass. I was rocking this one the other day.
No, you can't play as genuine game yet. At least not that we
Yeah,
know
we
of.
don't even really know what he looks like
Yeah.
fully. Okay, this one. So this
Yeah.
isn't reloaded, but
hmm
guys, I'm
Mogul
telling you,
Master, my goodness.
there's only 11 people in here. This card is going to be overlooked because it's just a snow person, but
hmm
this is one of the sweatiest skins that people love so
Hands
much, and
down.
I don't know why.
You
I
don't?
don't. I don't get the
Oh
appeal.
my gosh, bro. That's like
I
first of
don't
all, it was
I don't get the appeal.
it's so simple, and then with it has everything for a sweat skin for sure. Like
No, it does have everything. It does
my
have everything
favorite
for
one
sweat
is the
skin.
Canadian one though. Ironically, the USA and the Canadian one. That black and red is just it's perfect.
Yeah, people love the Now, do you think it matters what color or which one they use? I feel
Mm,
like I see orange, reddish a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
I like her, but she's not gonna pop off. Meow
The
Skull.
goes 100%.
Meow Skull. See, look, I got him in gold.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter which one they do. I don't
yeah.
know. Meow Skulls would be a big one. Marigold possibly
Yeah,
not big as
maybe a
Midas.
connection to Midas, just like to
Yeah,
add to that, but not.
guys, I'm telling y'all, Kuno.
Y'all gonna say something again, but I don't care. Kiara KO is one of my favorite skins, so I think that to the far left. Yeah, that's one of my favorite skins. Can't help it. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Was not a fan. Actually, yeah, I think it's her helmet that I
Take
don't
it
like.
off.
Let me
That's the
see.
option at the bottom. Yeah, that's up there for me.
Maybe it's the boots that I don't like.
Snap is pretty dope. I like the uniqueness. Hopefully he becomes a toy. If Snap becomes a toy, I think that would be great for him.
So interesting enough, she was epic, and the other ones were rare or chapter 2 season 6. Yeah, in like 2 or 3 seasons she got like so many reskins. That was crazy. Your skin here didn't really pop
Yep.
off like I thought it would.
Thank
Have you
God.
noticed that?
Yeah.
I thought this was gonna be super popular.
I don't know why they didn't like the skin.
I've always wanted Lux though. I always wanted Lux back
I
in the
don't
day.
know. I think people be capping.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah,
Okay.
everybody be capping. Like, yeah, I don't even care. I
Still
really don't.
early, but I think this is gonna be a popular one. I
Mhm.
think I think she's gonna stick
Oh,
around.
Black Ash, that white suit Midas.
Yeah, Black Ash wishes he had that. He didn't know.
The one skin that I don't have.
Underrated skin still.
Yonder is a great aesthetic skin. Uh, Yonder with an E. DJ Yonder too, honestly. I think they both are good aesthetic skins.
Which yonder?
The
Did I
gold one.
pass him?
I don't think so yet.
Oh, okay. I've always liked this skin, but it's like one of those ones you can customize.
Uh-huh.
I've always liked being able to customize that one. The 8 ball fans out there. Okay, this skin,
Charlotte is a good one.
but it's probably gonna be. I don't know what colorway they're gonna use with it.
Probably original.
She's all black. So what
They
are they gonna use for the background?
they usually do the
Blue.
opposite. They'll do like how 8 balls is blue when it's all black. It usually do just like a other
I bet you they do blue.
color pop.
Yeah. So could you imagine getting all of the Chaos agents?
Yeah, that'll be dope.
Brutus, I don't think Brutus, but
Mm-mm.
not like Meow Schools. Um, do we have a Glow? Is that her name?
No, Glow is the
What was the original one of this? Dream. Do we have a Dream
Dream.
card?
We might. I can't remember if it is. It's in series 2.
I mean, if they do any of those, I don't know if they can or not. This one maybe. I'd be down to have this one. I'd want this
Yeah.
one more than like Red Knight, but I like the purple.
Uh-huh.
Am I missing any? I mean, any of the
Yeah.
7.
Any of the 7. But I think Snap is if they make Snap a toy, I think it'll be cool. Like I think
Oh, this one.
they should not miss that opportunity.
So
Like we're
interesting. It's like Snap's legendary, but he was early on in the battle pass. That's
hmm
interesting. I don't know how they do. I don't know how they figure that
well,
out.
yeah,
I don't know why I was just given this one.
for Save the World.
Here's the white Midas
Hmm
in gold, and you got the full gold version. Here's the superheroes, and this is what I meant by customizing the style. If y'all didn't know, this is how it works. You can change like the color.
Cube Queen is gonna be a great one. I'm excited for Cube Queen as well.
The Cube Queen, I don't like the Cube Queen.
For storyline, shoot.
No, yeah, I get it for storyline. I was just saying I personally don't like her.
Oh yeah, nah, you know,
Now, what
like
I do like is her freaking glider.
yo, Cube Queen is insanely powerful. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, bro,
yeah.
like that's.
She was like the biggest villain so far.
hmm
I like his cape.
Raz
Lynx.
is one of my favorite aesthetic cards in Series 3.
Yeah,
His
Raz is
card
super
looks amazing.
aesthetic. Yeah. This guy was blowing up
Hmm
for no reason besides being in the comics coming up soon. I like this skin. I'd be down to buy this one, but I don't know if it'll pop off. But I like that one. Here's Drift. See, you
I
already.
I'll say this. My PC would be, bro. Did you play season 4 like heavily? I don't
I
think you did.
not it's one of the
Yeah.
ones I didn't play as much. I played a lot of season 3,
hmm
and then season 4 was with Omega, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even get to level 100 because I
Yeah.
didn't get Omega.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah, I didn't play it that much.
That makes sense for like the connection because that grind was ridiculous.
I think that's why I didn't like
Yeah.
it for the grind. I don't know why she didn't pop off so much. I like that skin actually. Blaze will be top of my list.
Yeah. Blaze would be a major one.
Yeah, Blaze would
My
definitely be.
PC, I'll say this though, for series 4, my PC would be very small.
Yes, for me, Series 3 is really big.
Yeah.
Series 4, probably not as big. You're right.
Yeah, my PC would be very small.
That's
That
what. Oh, I forgot this one. Kuno again.
yeah. Yeah, Brent, that Omega grind was serious, bro. What a time. That was crazy. Yeah. Carbide.
I have Carbide. What
hmm
season was Carbide?
Season 4.
Yeah, that's as far as I got.
Nah, you got because what was Carbide? Carbide was I can't remember what.
He's legendary, but he was season 4.
Yeah, I can't remember what. Because it was that one guy I can never remember with the tattoos. Then it was I always forget the one that's in the promo set. What's her name? The spray paint one.
Oh yeah, I forget her name too. Yeah, I
Yeah.
have her.
Then it was Zoe. Zoe was in that one. So it was Zoe, her, Omega,
See,
Carbide.
I played 4.
Yeah, you stop with that Omega girl.
Yeah, no, I didn't get Omega. I was
Yeah.
like, well, because when at the time I was like, man, Omega and Carbide look really similar.
Really?
I thought so. I was like, they're
That's
both like
crazy.
robotic type things. I was like, because I got the list. I was like, and I like blue, so I was like, oh, this one's
Mhm.
pretty dope. Why do I need Omega?
Yeah,
Also, I have to remember when I first got into Fortnite, I wasn't playing games as much.
mm-hmm.
Fortnite got me back into video games. It
Yeah,
was crazy. Reaper?
exactly, Brent.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
didn't get the Reaper. I didn't play to get the Reaper. I didn't get the level 100.
Yeah, I refused at the time of season two or season three. I refused to buy skins. I didn't think I was gonna play Fortnite this long, so I refused to buy skins. It wasn't until season four that I broke and actually started buying
I
skins.
wish I could know what was the first skin I bought.
I know mine's.
I don't know mine.
And mine's was you're gonna laugh, and this is why I had to get this. Hold on.
Because
He
for the
was the
longest time, I was like, I had the battle pass, so I don't need to buy skins.
I'm about to tell you right now. Y'all gonna laugh because this was the most random buy because my brother kept asking me to buy a skin, so I just broke and bought one. Hold on, where is this? I gotta remember his name.
See, like I bought this shadow set just for her.
Oh
Actually,
my gosh, I typed
clean.
it in. This brings back mad nostalgia. How they used to release the new skins, like how they used to do the leaks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, what was his name? Oh, that skin was Technique, by the way. Can't remember that one.
Like TEK, right?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Type in
See,
season four. Type in season four real quick.
see what I have.
Chapter one, season four. Let's see. Oh yeah, you probably went. I don't think too many people have this one because it wasn't that good of a skin. I can't remember his name for nothing.
Did I buy this skin?
Yeah, yes.
I don't know why I bought that skin.
You know how it was back then.
I think this was actually one of the ones I bought. One of my first ones. Now that I remember. Did she have styles or no?
Who?
Uh,
No, she had the skin that came out later on. That
yeah,
was like,
I have the one
yeah,
that came out later on. Yeah, Reaper is a good call. That will be a big one probably.
if they
Um,
finally do it.
yeah, they do it. I saw people say they wouldn't, but I mean, it's not what do you call it? The, the movie.
Yeah.
It's just a Fortnite character. It might be a parody. We have a Cube Queen for her glider. Yo, I haven't looked at some of these gliders. God dang.
Uh, the
Look at this.
yeah.
I want this glider so bad. You can only use it with her though.
Yeah. That's why it didn't really hit the same.
That's not unpopular opinion. That is not unpopular opinion at
No, that's
all.
not a no.
I want the weapons
Yeah,
and like if they brought the pickaxes the way they did the weapons of series 1,
yeah.
I'd be a big fan. I'll be a 100% big fan. My bad, yo.
No, you good. You froze anyway, so it looked like you were still there for a second. Yes, the crowbar for sure. Yes, I got the original crowbar and
Do
now the
I? I don't
gold.
know.
That was
How you
for
spell crowbar? I don't think I have it. Is it battle pass?
huh? No, that was for wild card. That was like his that was for the wild card challenges. You should have it.
What's it called?
Crowbar.
I
It
don't
might
have.
have a specific name. I can't remember.
Uh,
Yeah, Kari, that was her glider, bro. That drink was nuts.
I mean, Inglorious. If they number cards, I'm all for it. I like parallels. I like cool stuff. I want to know. I just want to know, like, if they tell me it's a rare card, that's fine with me. I like that.
Yeah.
Adds to the chase for me. I think that's cool.
Omar said, "Please don't bring him back."
This is one of my favorite ones. The freaking
Oh
pencil.
man, that drain is OG for sure. That was like the original try hard pickaxe.
One of my favorite pickaxes. Yeah, I use this one a lot. I like the cereal, but that's one of my main ones.
Yeah, it was that Brent. It was that side mission. You had to do that First of all, that game mode was fun for wild card. Yeah, like everybody got that like the gold crowbar, but not the original one.
I don't know if I don't know if I did that game mode.
Yeah, I hope that comes into play, Kari, for sure.
I mean, the one I use all the time is this one,
Hmm.
or I use the the scythe, the reaper one.
Yeah, mine's is I I have an array. Mine's is the gold
Oh,
pickaxe.
I use this one too, the
The
plunger.
the diamond studded pickaxe is one of my favorites though. That came with the Travis Scott set.
I mean, they could do so much better with the pickaxes on the cards.
Yeah.
Like for some of them, I would actually get if they did them with the cracked ice, but I get why they don't. Now, if they bring loading screens back, this is what I'd be talking about. People need it.
Hmm.
This just feels nostalgic as fuck right here.
Yeah, it is.
What this is funny enough, this what was this area, the shopping center,
Oh, retail row.
retail row.
Yeah,
This is where I actually rocket rided.
that's funny.
I think that might be why it speaks to me. Like I remember retail row so much.
Hmm.
Like some of these would just look dope as
Yeah.
hell.
And these are original. These are artists. Like that's what it is. That's what's crazy because it plays both sides. Like this is original art for Fortnite. Hired by hired artists and everything like
If
that.
they bring these out as numbered cards,
Oh my goodness.
and so look here, we've got Meow Skulls, Peely, Fish Sticks, and Cuddle Team Leader. Come on.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Oh, Omar, those being signed by artists. Yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope.
Like I don't even care about them being signed.
No, but it's
I
dope.
just
It's
want some of
dope
that
as
art.
it's dope as an art piece though. Like that, like
Oh
having
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that would be
No,
dope.
I agree. I agree. I agree 100%. Like I just want the loading screens in hollow. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't want them in base. I want them in hollow. Like
yeah.
reloaded is perfect. The
Hmm.
way they are in reloaded is literally perfect. Give me that same thing,
Yeah,
and I'm down.
this is perfect.
I want them in. I want them as cards.
Yeah,
See, a lot
yeah.
of people are saying they don't want numbered cards and parallels. And it's like I don't. Or why not? Like, how's it putting a dent in the sports? I mean, I don't know.
I see. Only place I like them. I mean, I'm a PMG fan. I like them in the Marvel. I like number ones.
If you
It's
put it as a
oversaturated right
parallel,
now.
as a separate, if it's a separate entry card, you know what
Mhm.
I mean. What I don't like in
Insert
those,
parallel. You mean though?
yeah, what I
Insert.
don't
Yeah.
like in sports cards is where they do like a different color and then give it a number. They'll
Oh
change like
really?
what? Yeah, like what? Like they'll change the border to red
Yeah.
and they'll be numbered. I'll be like,
But that's a whole era because the gold prisms out of 10.
no, I know, I get that, but like some of them, like it's like, especially if you look at
Yeah,
like
I know
you
what you
look
mean
like
though.
hoops, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like they'll change the lettering of Don Russ, right? The
yeah,
little logo, they'll change that color and then they'll number it.
yeah. I know what you mean.
Is that really a freaking chase for you?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
So no, like if
yeah.
they do like the loading screens and those are numbered and you have a chance of
Mhm.
pulling one, that would be cool. I don't
Yeah,
want just like one little change in color. Like I don't want them changing the logo up here,
yeah,
like the circle around it, to a different color and that being rare. No,
yeah.
that's just kind of like artificial to me. So I get that. Uh, no, I mean I really like the descriptions.
Yeah, I
If
would
you
want
look, if
that
you look
really
at the
bad.
skins, they have like some secrets inside those. I would like those.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I get that.
Hmm.
But I mean, a lot of sports cards is overprinted, which is why they need the numbered ones.
Hmm. See, where it gets weird for me when the next year comes around and then there's 15 one-on-ones. That's just weird to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because it's like it takes away from, the one of one. And then, I mean, not saying that it shouldn't be more because it allows people to have it, but yeah, that's when it just gets oversaturated a little bit. Yeah,
I,
and then Omar says it as I literally, yeah, that's funny.
does anybody know how many players um there are in like for NBA?
Hmm.
How many players do they put in a set on average?
Oh yeah. Kyrie probably can answer that off top.
Like, do y'all know like how many? Because I'm trying to
I can't remember the last time I looked at a set list, so that's why I haven't said anything.
like to overprint Fortnite. I mean, we talked about this before, right? Like, there's teams, and those teams have like that city or state as a fan base.
Hmm.
Fortnite is freaking global. So for them to overprint a skin, it's gonna be pretty freaking hard if it's a
Hmm.
popular skin. Do you know what I
See,
mean?
yeah, and I'm yeah for sure. Like it's, but if it's specifically NBA, if that person is like
So
Luca, because the NBA is global now for sure.
yeah, the NBA is
Yeah,
global.
yeah.
Yeah,
NFL is different, but it's getting there.
but there's
But
only a few players in the NBA that actually people collect outside of their team, like the superstars.
it's
For Fortnite, I think it's different. I think it's a
mm,
lot more wider.
mm,
Is it so they put 300 different players in a set?
it's a lot, and then you got right now so many different you have so many different
This
sets
is
in
true.
there. Hmm.
This is what I think kills. I think this kills it more than the numbering
Mm.
because then the people like, what do we collect?
It's what it is though. To be honest, it's too much demand not to.
No, no, I get it for
Yeah,
Panini to do it,
yeah.
but I'm just saying for collectors, I don't think it's the numbering that kills it.
Hmm.
For like, because like if there's only one set, the cards would be worth more. You know what I mean? Because what are you gonna
Yeah,
collect?
yeah. Like Zion and Luca, like the
Yeah,
amount of
see,
one-on-ones they have is ridiculous.
yeah, because there's so many sets and each have their own
Yeah.
numbered. Yeah,
Hmm.
I think that's what kills it. Yeah, and, like Zion has so many one of ones. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Um, but what's cool about Fortnite is like it's so hard for us to guess what's
Hmm.
gonna pop off.
Yeah.
It's even harder for these guys making these cards.
See, but let's add a layer to that. Like I bring up we talked about the sports side, and then even with like Marvel, the thing is, it's years and years and years of history and of collectors when it comes to Marvel, when it comes to a Captain America, a Spider-Man.
Hmm.
This is different with Fortnite. This is just getting started. We're at the brink of it. We're watching the story develop for the first time as we speak. So that's what makes, Fortnite unique in my eyes as well.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't think anything has potential like Fortnite though.
IP wise, not even
Yeah,
close.
IP. Yeah. All right, it's almost 12, and
Yeah, we
it's
did
been
three.
it's been 3 hours. I
This is
just looked.
this
It's
is
been
a
three
this
hours,
is
18 minutes. No more
oh
questions.
my god, hold on. Prism is 440. That's crazy. Anyway, but yeah, that's nuts.
What? That's 440 different players. That's pretty crazy. Because I guess they put old players in there too, not just new ones.
Exactly, Omar. That's exactly what I was getting at. Like it's hard to compare because of all the history that sports and Marvel have. That's why I'm saying like this is just unique. You can you're at the brink of it, you're watching it unfold, and that's what I enjoy about it. I enjoy that I understand where the story started and I don't need my grandfather to tell me.
That's what I like about it.
You know what I mean? Like it's like obviously I can go back to the comic books, but it's one of those you had to be there feelings, and we are there, and that's what I
Like
like
this,
about
yeah,
it.
just like the Marvel comic books, you had to be
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
and
Like
like
I'm,
finally, our generation has
yeah.
something that we can
I
we
mean,
can cling to like that.
look what's happening in sports. Like it's so hard to debate Wilt Chamberlain because we didn't see Wilt Chamberlain. He doesn't have any footage, barely any footage,
Hmm.
And then it's like even with like Captain America, his original comics, like they can tell us we can read them, but we don't have the feel of what happened during that time. Fortnite, we're living it, and that's what I enjoy about it.
That's true. All right, before you guys get us on a whole nother topic
Yeah.
about companies and printing and all that kind of stuff, please like, subscribe, tell your friends. Watch another one of our videos. Let's tell us what you think.
Yeah.
So I recommend going back to episode 10
Yeah.
of our lives and seeing which cards we guessed were going to be in the set and actually hit it.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing that for series 4 here soon. I think we need to make that list.
For sure. I'm with it.
And we got to pick out the new Grail card that we think is going to be it.
Yeah. It's gonna be
So,
fun.
all right, guys. Thanks for hanging out and thanks for coming on a Saturday instead of
Appreciate
Friday.
y'all. My goodness. Y'all are loyal. We appreciate this a lot.
All right, man. I'll talk to y'all later.
Have a good one.